What is up, woke family? It's your boy Wokey Bucks, and I'm back again with another live stream video, man. Andrew Tate versus Piers Morgan. We're gonna get into this video, man. I'm gonna keep quiet. Y'all subscribe. Wokey Bucks, WOKEEBUKS. Woke family, you know what's up. Let's get into this video, man.
Well, joining me now is Andrew Tate, whose videos have been viewed billions of times online, but he's been banned from pretty much every mainstream social media platform, including Twitter. Andrew Tate, welcome back to Piers Morgan Uncensored. Your take on this, I think, is quite interesting because you've been a victim of being, if victim's the right word, but you've been removed from social media platforms for your opinions. Elon Musk has dedicated himself, he says, to restoring free speech. Do you think that's going to include you, for example?
I don't think it matters if it includes me or not. I think what's important is that free speech is the #1 weapon against absolute tyranny. And although you cannot have complete free speech because then conversations completely break down into asinine insult fests, I do like the idea of the changing of the guard when it comes to control over information.
Is it possible, Andrew Tate, to actually police something like Twitter, to be a platform for genuine free speech? Or is it so toxic and tribal now that whatever happens, you know, before we had all the people on the right screaming away that they were being no platformed and so on, now you've got...
I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but pay attention to the way Piers Morgan asked Andrew Tate these questions. You can see that he is trying to set him up for a trap because he already knows how he wants Andrew to respond. And when he doesn't respond that way, he's going to try to attack him. Watch. I haven't watched this, right? We're watching this in real time, woke family. Watch what happens. I won't be surprised. Pay attention, man.
All the people on the left screaming that they're being diminished in some way. It's very tribal, very toxic. Can Musk cut through that? And if so, how?
No, we don't need these ads, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely difficult. There's always going to be one group of people who are extremely unhappy, but I think that anybody who's perspicacious enough to understand the truth of what's been going on in the world recently will know that the left and their narratives have certainly been protected for a very long time.
Facts.
And the universe has swings and balances, and God often restores balance to the universe, and perhaps it might swing the other way for a while. I truthfully am a person who believes that all points of view are extremely important because as soon as you block points of view, you have absolute tyranny.
And in a way, it's sort of self-defeating, isn't it? Because you carried on getting huge attention. It was interesting to me that when you came on the show, for example, we've had, I think, nearly 6 million people have viewed the whole interview that we did, which is a huge number of people, certainly far higher than watched it on conventional television. So you have a whole world out there online which operates away from social media platforms.
Yeah, I've been very, very successful in spite of them, but not many people can do that. I'm in a pretty unique position, but I think that everybody needs a voice to a degree, and social media platforms are now the most important platforms on the planet. They control information, and they influence real-world decisions, and they influence people's perception of reality. The last few years of COVID have been a perfect example of what happens when you censor one side of the argument and you only allow one point of view to be purported by the matrix in and of itself, and that's how you end up in tyrannical situations. I think you were just discussing that, Piers.
Yeah, and I think that's a perfectly valid point. You know, people have quite rightly, held me to task over some of the positions I took during the COVID pandemic, notably when the scientists said as a definitive fact that you couldn't transmit the virus if you had the vaccine. It turned out that wasn't true. And I based my observations on that supposed fact and said, right, well, in that case, if you refuse to be vaccinated, you shouldn't get the same rights as people who've been vaccinated. If it's true that if you're unjabbed, you can pass it on. It turned out, actually, there's not much difference whether you've been vaccinated or not. And at that point, I changed my mind. But I felt that there were a lot of...
I find it funny that he's saying that. But for all those people back in 2020, this was October, September 2020 when the vaccine came out, right? They told you guys to go get the jab. They told you to go get the jab. I made a video 2 years ago talking about why the jab is meant to keep you mind controlled. They don't want you to be able to think for yourself. They don't want you to be able to have a free mind. They don't want you to be able to express yourself. They're trying to control you. They're trying to suppress you. You got to be able to escape the matrix and see the reality for the way that it is. You probably have family members telling you, oh, if you don't get it, I'm going to disown you. If you don't get it, you and I can't be cool anymore. Don't come around me. Don't touch me. Da, 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 this and that. They did that to be able to mind manipulate you. They did that to be able to mind manipulate you. They didn't want you to be able to see the truth. But now that you see the truth, got to do what's best. Got to do what's best, man. They don't want you to be able to be free thinkers. They don't want you to be able to have freedom of speech. They're trying to shut all of that down. They're trying to shut all of it down. But it has to be you to make the decision on whether you're going to accept it or not.
People who were being deplatformed from Twitter at the time for questioning the validity of scientific statements, and they would then be a complete U-turn. So I do think it was a very interesting period, actually, for testing what free speech means.
It was actually worse than that. You're right, Piers, but it was actually worse than interesting, because what happens is when you censor an entire side of the argument and only allowed one side of the argument to have a voice, you are changing reality in real time. You are shaping the world. The only reason that scam continued as long as it did, and the only reason people didn't get to see their own parents get buried, and the only reason people sat and missed cancer appointments because they were scared of the common cold, was because they were censoring anybody who said anything contrary to
what they
purported version of events that the mainstream media decided they want the entire world to swallow. It's beyond simply interesting, and it's beyond simply funny or coincidental.
Yeah, I will challenge you on one thing. It's not the common cold, right? COVID-19 has killed 6.6 million people. It is one of the most deadly viruses, certainly of our lifetime. So it wasn't the...
This is the thing, though, Piers. Okay, you're saying that whatever the situation that happened back in before 2020, you feel what I'm saying? Murdered 6.6 million people. They will show you statistics on the screen, but why isn't it the situation that you guys don't question it and ask yourselves, if it really murdered that many people, why didn't they show us the people that it actually murdered? Now, does that mean that it didn't do that? No. But why am I saying what I just said? Because the common man, the average man that's plugged into the matrix, doesn't have the gall, doesn't have the effrontery, doesn't have the balls to question certain things that are being purported by the media. Why? Because like I said again, they don't want you to be a free thinker. They don't want you to be able to use your mind to be able to think through critical situations, critical times, critical opportunities. They don't want you to be able to think. They want you to listen to them and be like, okay. That's what they want you to do. But you got to tell yourself, listen, I'm a free thinker. I'm going to think about the situation. I'm going to be able to see all of my opportunities. I'm going to be able to see the reality that's in front of my eyes, not what they're trying to tell me. Not what they're trying to tell me. At least that's beyond the eyes. They might tell you one thing. Are you going to be able to do the research? Are you going to want to do the research to figure out what's really going on? Or are you going to listen to what they're telling you? What are you going to do?
Common cold, but I do think it is completely justified for people to say we should be more cautious, I think, about accepting during fast-moving pandemics the word of scientists as being sacrosanct, because on a number of things, from the use of masks to the efficacy of vaccines in preventing transmission, they did massive U-turns.
Here at Zivify App's headquarters,
our
team is the ears and voice of the dedicated.
Well, I'm going to put on an ad blocker right now. Let's see if it sends this. Extension. You know, I want it after. All right.
I've read enough history books to know that the people who do the censoring are never the good guys. And they've been censoring a lot of arguments for a very long time in the name of good. They are weaponizing virtue, and it's always in the name of tyranny. Anybody who is out here trying to silence an entire side of an argument on any subject, whether it's COVID-19, immigration, anything else, they are the evil people who are out for absolute mind control of the populace.
Well, I certainly agree. I certainly agree that I think the healthiest thing for any democracy is for all views to be aired and debated. We seem to have lost the ability to debate. You know, when I interviewed you, yeah, we had a few fractious moments, but actually, I thought it was a pretty spirited debate between people who perhaps had preconceived views of each other. And I've got no problem interviewing you now about these because I think you have an interesting take on this stuff.
And that's the key to life. When you reach that level of adolescence in your mindset where you can't handle any point of view that is contrary to your own, then you're truly a broken person. And that's what the internet is purporting. It's very interesting you said about Twitter being tribal. There's a large contingent of people on Twitter who simply cannot handle reading an opinion which differs from their own. And that is a degree of immaturity that we do not need adults to be functioning with in the modern world.
No, I agree. If you were Elon Musk, this idea of charging $8 now a month, whatever it is, to access the blue tick premium Twitter account, would you do that? Would you pay the extra?
I think that social media companies for a very long time have lived in an absolute fantasy where they've printed money from thin air by charging people for pixels, and they grew into these large conglomerates with too many staff sitting around doing nothing, having coffee breaks. And Elon Musk is a businessman. He's walked into the office and he's firing a bunch of people who are messing around doing nothing. And he wants his business to make money, as it absolutely should. And how he decides that happens is his prerogative. I don't see why we should sit and accept that a website needs 200,000 people sitting around discussing in long meetings, sitting on beanbags about policy of human rights of some garbage, when he's come along and said, no, I'm a businessman. We're going to charge for our service. We're going to reduce the number of staff. And we're going to be a functional, coherent company, as they should be. And it's his prerogative to do it, as he's bought the company. I think he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, because I remember the appalling censorship of the New York Post exclusive about Hunter Biden, the son of the president, about his laptop. This is 3 weeks before the
This is my thing, Piers. I'm gonna have to draw back on that, bro. If you didn't care about Elon Musk doing it, Elon Musk charging $8 a month for the premium Twitter account, then you wouldn't have brought it up. You would not have brought it up. You think you're slick in what you're doing, but I see past it, my man. You're trying to set up Andrew so he can give you a response that you don't like, and then you attack him. That's how you are. You feel me?
election that Joe Biden won. He was heading, to a possible victory, but it was tight. And that story, they reckon, could have tipped it either way. But it was completely suppressed and censored, starting with Twitter, then Facebook, then others. Twitter literally locked out the New York Post account for 2 weeks for breaking a completely true story. And I thought that was shameful.
It's worse than shameful. It's worse than shameful. When you control information, you control the real world. They affect the real world in real time. They are genuinely affecting the reality people live in. They are not just a company. They're not just a social media platform. It affects absolutely every single person on the planet when it changes who is elected. I don't want to comment specifically on Hunter Biden or the laptop. I would never kill myself, but I don't think it's fair that they would hide certain key information that close to an election. And the fact that they've done that was done specifically to affect the world that we all live in. And we all have to suffer the consequences of those things. So to sit and say that these companies can just do whatever they want and they're private, et cetera. No, free speech is beyond important for democracy. It's important for the reality that we exist under.
Andrew Tate, thank you for joining me. I appreciate it.
Thank you, friend.
All right, guys, we're going to get to the next video.
How would you like to make an additional $5,000 to $10,000 per month running Facebook ads for real estate agents? I want to show you my...
Okay, we got a choice. We got moment of truth, or we got story time.
Story time.
Okay, story time. All right, back to the young days with young Abba, all right? Demon time, Yoruba. I had this experience one time. I was 17 at a shopping mall. There was a little booth where a woman was selling cell phones, my age, looking cute, you know what I'm saying? Dime piece, the type to be in like one of them BT music videos, you know what I mean? Slow.
I said,
down.
girl.
No. Shoo-be-doop-doop-doo, yay. Girl, tell me fellas, have you seen her? So, I see her at the phone booth, right? And I go up to her, I chat her up. This is a time when you had them sliding phones. So I grab her digits, chop it up with her a little bit. I'm like, yo, listen, I want to take you out for some food on the weekend. Let's go watch. She's like, cool, all right. So I said, great. And at the time, I remember how I used to dress. I used to have dicky pants because niggas was hood for no reason. All right, so you always have to wear dicky pants without any belts. And I used to have long hair, and I used to use like a Nike headband to pull it back, right? Terrible idea. It's not good for your roots, but anyways. So, get her number. I'm walking through the mall, and then I see this white dude. He's kind of a wife beater. And back in the days, like a lot of dudes with those faux skinhead looks, where they like dress kind of scummy, but like hate niggas.
Yeah.
And he's with his girl. And his girl's mean mugging me. It's like he's giving me a weird look. And at the time, I was a bit of a loose cannon, right? So nigga looked at me kind of funny. I'm walking through the mall, and I said, yo, what the fuck you looking at? And the guy said some shit. And I don't know what happened. I just snapped. I know this. I don't know how I snapped. Because I was with my homie, and we were walking. So this is us walking like this, right? So basically crossing each other. Me and my homie were crossing this way. They were crossing this way. My homie's looking at a store, like talking. I just run at them. I don't even say nothing, right? And I start hitting the dude. And when I hit him, he had a chain wrapped around his hand. So he started hitting me. He actually broke my nose that day. So we're fighting. Finally, I get on top of him. We're on the floor, and I'm punching this dude, right? 10 feet away, there were 2 shopping mall security guards waiting by the escalator. I got in a fight right in front of these niggas because I was stupid. So as I'm punching this dude, right, and I'm on top of him, and I'm laying on this nigga, all I feel are 2 hands go right on my back, and I'm flying through the air. I'm talking magic carpet ride, okay? Miss Frizzle popped in. Beep, seat belts, everyone, except this nigga said no seat belts. Threw me on the floor. All of a sudden, I felt like a knee on my back and on my lower back. But the knee on my upper back was like almost against my neck, so I couldn't breathe. But you know this, when you're in a fight mode and you got adrenaline, I was so out of it, I was still thrashing. Even though I got blood drumming down my face, right, because my nose is busted, and the security guard is trying to tell me to calm down. I'm still screaming. So they put the handcuffs on me. They lift me up. And at this point, I got blood dripping down. My homie standing there, he's like, yo, what the fuck happened? And I was so like, I didn't even respond, right? So they start dragging me through the mall to go to the arrest area. As I'm there and there's blood coming down, my dicky pants, I didn't have no belt on. So they kept falling. So I was like, can you pick up my pants? And he's like, fuck you. So they're dragging me through the shopping mall. My pants are on my ankles. My blood's coming down my face. Cause yo, nigga, if you got oversized dicky pants, okay, and you ain't got no belt, every 3 seconds, you doing that shit. So they dragging me, blood streaming down my face, okay, because it's still broken to this day, right? As we pass by the food booth of the girl, she's looking at me, and I'm looking at her as they're dragging me, because I'm not even walking. They're dragging me. You can see my boxes and my thin legs, and I look at her, I'm like, am I seeing you this weekend? And she goes, 10 minutes earlier, I just got her number.
Did you call her?
I did. I told you, nigga. I'm a demon. Demon time. Yoruba.
You called her?
Of course. Because what I told
Did she
you,
reply?
young niggas lack self-awareness.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You gonna shoot your shot because you got. Here's the thing about young guys. You can
nigga,
go
you
2 ways.
called.
You can go 2 ways. You can go incredibly self-conscious, zero confidence, or you could be extremely reckless.
Yeah.
Young niggas will shoot people for nothing.
Yeah,
So you think I got her number and I wasn't gonna use that shit?
Did
She never responded.
No, of course not.
She never responded. I was like, hey, it's the guy from the mall. I don't know if you want to.
Wow.
Yeah.
You was stupid.
I was young.
And stupid.
Yeah, young, dumb, and full of cum. Oh, I was trying, bro. Like, when I say I took so many L's in my life and some of the craziest L's, that was a crazy one.
That's a crazy one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna comment on
To
this.
this day, I was bad.
But I'm gonna be real with you, bro. You kind of did that to yourself. I think she probably would have given you an opportunity if you didn't allow your adrenaline and your ego to affect you, bro. Like, all he did was look at you, bro. Now, if he approached you and tried to touch you, right? If he approached you and tried to put hands on you, that's one thing. You got to defend yourself for sure. But if he didn't touch you, bro, let him look. Looking is free. You didn't have to go assault the dude, especially because you ran up on him, bro. And he was with this girl. Imagine you were with the girl at that point in time, and the dude side-eyed you, or you side-eyed a dude, and the dude ran up on you with your girl. you know you'd feel some type of way, bro. That's foul, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
Banned from that shopping mall for years.
Of course.
Yeah. I used to be afraid to go back there just so I didn't want to get arrested. I went back there as an adult because you're not a kid anymore. You
Yeah.
look different. But, man, yeah. That's a big old L.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. I'm at, yo, Dickie pants back then.
I had them.
Yeah, they were nice.
But I had belts.
I'm mad at that.
Always belts.
I ain't mad at that. I think it was just the people I hung around with, and yeah, that was it.
Put the belt on, put the dress shirt, putting that shit up. I look like a whole mechanic.
Navy blue Dickie pants.
Black and beige.
I ain't mad at that.
Black and beige.
Yeah, Dickie pants.
Damn.
Yeah, so anyways, just to let you guys know, when I say I've taken some L's in my life, bruv, you guys can't imagine some of the bad ones. And yeah, there's still more. But I say all this to you guys because I just want you guys to understand the different mindset. Even though plenty of fish existed back then, I was so thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to go out there.
I'm thirsty right now just trying to relive that moment. You can see me sweating?
You look thirsty.
Yeah.
There's some water. It's over
But
there.
I will appreciate that time period because it was full of like, I lacked, therefore I took action. And even though those are some embarrassing stories, I appreciate the fact that I still went out there and tried, and I tried, and I tried.
Trying not to kick the guy's ass?
Yeah, that's why now when who the guy?
Trying to kick the guy's ass?
Bro, I was stupid as a teenager. They dragged me down the stairs, they put me in the holding cell, and then they call my dad who comes to pick me up, and the cops come by, they take reports and everything. And I remember being so embarrassed because my dad had never seen me in that kind of circumstances.
That's most of us.
No, I was stupid as a teenager. I mean, listen, the violent stuff is not to be glorified. Like, don't think I'm saying you're like, oh, go and stuff it. That's stupid. Bro, the dude had a chain around his hand. He fucked up only my nose. But if that got in the wrong eye socket or something, he could have really done some serious damage.
He could have killed you.
But again, when you're young and reckless, you can get in some stupid situations. You know, and at that time, I had anger issues.
You know what the thing is, though? I can actually relate to you, I used to have anger issues. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to tell you guys a real life story. I used to have anger issues growing up. And the way that I ended my anger issues was kind of crazy. This was in middle school. So this was back in 2012, 2013 for me. I basically came across this one person that used to bully me, right? Now, I'm not trying to cry for sympathy or whatever the situation may be because I eventually ended up dealing with that situation, right? Because I believe as a young man, you have to go through being bullied to be able to level up because that's going to teach you what it means to go through adversity. And if you're not able to go through adversity and level up on the right side, you're never going to know how to become a successful man. So the point is that myself and the bully were basically talking junk to each other. And I remember that I didn't think he was going to do anything to me. And then next thing you know, he slapped me across the face, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. I will not make up this story, bro. The bully, quote unquote, he slapped me across the face. And instead of me defending myself, bro, I went home crying. I'm going to be honest with you. I cried, bro. Because to me, nobody had ever not going to say that I never got into a fight, but nobody ever caught me like that. Like the way he did it. Because he did it by surprise. You feel me? But it caused me to really understand that your anger issues from that point can get you in serious trouble. So that made me very serious towards defending myself in the future. It made me serious towards defending myself in the future, and a situation like that never ever happened to me again. You know? But yeah, let's continue though, guys.
When I think back to that period, my friends were like, yo, what's wrong with you? Because my friend's like, why didn't you warn me so I could have helped or something? That's how crazy I was. I didn't even think about nobody else. And the scariest part about being in those circumstances is that you have no control. That's why I always laugh at people when they're like, yo, why didn't you stop after the third punch? Bro, try telling me to stop.
When you
Try telling me to stop. I couldn't even hear a security guard who had his knee on my neck to stop, and I was still trying to kill. Because yo, when you got the testosterone flowing and you got adrenaline in that too, and you got emotional issues, it can get out of hand super fast. Yeah.
When you black out, it's not cute.
Yeah. Yeah, so, the violent stuff aside, I think when it comes to the approach things, it's okay to be embarrassed. It's okay to fuck these things up. But yeah, go out there and shoot your shot, I guess.
You still got her number?
No, that's an old phone, nigga. That's over 13, 14 years ago?
Maybe you petty like that.
No. I don't even know what she looked like today.
What's her name?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I just took her number and then messaged her once. You think I'm out here like, oh, Anissa? I'm like, I don't know. But anyways, guys.
All right. We're going to move on to the next video, guys. It is what it is. Telling you guys, this is exactly why it's good to really focus on being a masculine man, because when you focus on being a masculine man, you have to understand that the women that you truly want are going to come to you, bro. And when they do come, bro, you want to be in a situation to really be able to do what you have to do in order to be able to become the best version of yourself. Okay, so actually, we'll watch this apology first, and then from there. So apparently, True Jordy, if you guys don't know who that is, he's basically a body lifter. He basically disrespected and I think he disrespected either Tate or Islamophobia. So let's see quickly. He disrespected Islam, not Islamophobia.
Welcome back to the True Jordy podcast. So let's get straight into it. I've recently made a joke online, and it's caused a reaction, upset. People are not happy with it. So me and Lars wanted to come on here, talk about it amongst ourselves. We were on the stream at the time that the joke was said by me. Wasn't Lawrence's joke, was my joke, just to be absolutely clear. Just to sort of give context for it, an old friend of mine, we'll call him Mr. Potato Head for the sake of this podcast, because I know you'd be desperate for me to say his name.
That sounds trivial, but it's not.
It's just the way he is. He recently claimed to have joined Islam. Now, given some of his previous statements that absolutely contradict what a lot of Islam is about, I definitely didn't believe a lot of what I was hearing from the internet. I made a joke in questioning that newfound faith of his that conveniently comes at a time when he needs as many supporters as he can get. It was a stupid joke. As much as I don't want to repeat the joke, I think it's only right so that people have context who don't understand.
You've said that he needs as many supporters as he possibly can get, and this is somebody you called your former friend? That means you're fake. How are you going to talk about your friend like that, your quote-unquote former friend? Even if you and him had a dispute, right? Even if you and him had a dispute, why does that concern you? Move on. This is the problem with men in 2022, bro. Y'all do not know how to take L's and move on. An L is not a loss. An L is a lesson. We all make mistakes. We all learn lessons from those mistakes, and we move on, and we either become worse or better. Learn how to learn from your L's. It doesn't seem like this man learned from his L's. And from what it seems like, he's talking about Tate, right? Because Tate just recently converted to Islam. So the fact that you're talking about he needs as many support, what does that have to do with you? Even if that's the case, what's your business? Why are you pocket watching? Why are you meat watching? Like, what's up, bro? Like, what are you doing?
I said if he really wants to prove he's a Muslim, he should blow himself up as a suicide bomber or something like that.
And that's exactly why you got canceled. That is exactly why you got canceled, right? Because you're making jokes like that, especially when you know the prevalence of it when it comes to 11/9 that happened 20 plus years ago, right? I don't know why you thought that was a funny joke for you to make. I don't know why you thought that was okay. But understand, bro, that everything has consequences. And I'm not trying to make it seem as if I'm better, because we're all not perfect. But there's a reason why. But this is the thing, though. I'm going to be honest with you. As a man, if you make a comment like that or any other comment, you got to be ready to stand on what you believe in, right? Don't apologize now because people made you feel bad. Don't apologize now because you're getting death threats. Don't apologize now because people are threatening your family. Stand on what you said. Stand on what you said.
Now, when I say that out loud, when I'm aware of it, fucking horrendous. You know, it was one of those off-the-cuff remarks that I made with a total lack of thought, and I used an unrealistic stereotype to take aim at someone who seriously dislikes me, obviously, I don't believe that's what Muslims actually do. And I don't actually want Mr. Potato.
So if you don't believe that that's what Muslims really do, then why did you say it in the first place? Explain your rationale. Explain your thought process for why you thought that was okay for you to say.
Go ahead, to die, as much as I don't really like him. It was a very stupid thing to say. It was an idiotic joke, one I'm sorry for, you know. You know, I don't believe any religious stereotype, just to be clear, whether it be all priests are pedos or all Jewish people run the world and are rich. Like, they're all as ridiculous as each other to me. And that was partly why I felt comfortable in that moment in saying something so ridiculous, because I never thought for 1 second that anyone would take offense to.
You didn't think anybody would take offense to you talking about I can't even say that this thing. But you didn't think anybody would take offense into you talking about those types of bombers? Especially with what happened in this world, in this country 20 years ago. Are you crazy, my man? Are you crazy? What's going on?
Something so silly.
Right.
You know, at the time, I'm sat next to a guy who has a Muslim family, who knows how much love I have for everyone. Like, you know, I'm not a prejudiced guy or whatever you want to call me. Is that right?
Prejudice is definitely
But now, after like feeling out the backlash and what people are saying, and I'm talking about the genuinely upset people. I know some people will just use anything to try and take you down, and I've given them a golden opportunity. But I understand, like, some people have had that thrown in their face a lot. And for me, as much as it's ridiculous and it's something that I don't believe, I understand that for them, some people have had years of that being said to them, you know, and I really wasn't thinking about that in that moment. So yeah, all I can say is sorry.
When I was sitting there, I guess when I watched it back, I was like, oh, maybe I should have said something there, even just as a friend, just to be like, oh, you can't say that. But
the problem for you is you know me so well.
Bro, if I flagged everything you said every live stream, we wouldn't get a live stream done. No, but you get what I mean.
Yeah,
right?
You
said if you watched it back, you would have told him to not have said it, or you would have cautioned him. Why didn't you caution him when you were right in the moment and you heard him say it? To me, that's fake. That's fake love. That's fake, because you had the You had the ability to tell him when he had said it right then and right there. Why did you keep quiet? The only reason why you're saying that now is because you're getting backlash from the Muslim community. That is the only reason why you're saying that, because you're getting you and this man are getting backlash. That is the only reason why you're saying, oh, I should. You weren't going to tell him anything. You weren't going to tell him anything, because if you were, you would have done it, my man. You would have done it. You didn't do it. Therefore, it's an L. Big L. We're going to watch like a few more seconds, then we're going to move on, man.
You know, and that's the difference, is you know, but they don't know.
I know where
I get that.
I know where you're coming from, but I think, especially as a podcaster, and I think as people who, like, at least you aspire to speak for a living, if you misspeak sometimes, or you say something that you don't fully understand at that point, it's also good to acknowledge that.
You know, I've got people who I love and respect who are Muslim who may see that and think, oh, so that's how he thinks about us.
Right, like this is like the real...
Yeah, the face has slipped, and it's like, God, like, I would hate for that, you know?
Do you ever consider, I'm not trying to like put you to the sword here, but do you ever consider sort of like your own biases and your own prejudices? Because especially in my own marriage, like, I think I've been forced to look at what my biases and prejudices were against Islam. And I like went into a marriage thinking I understood it in that sense. And I went into a long-term relationship like that. And actually I didn't. And actually I realized down the years that a lot of what I thought was either wrong or what you would call bigoted to an extent, where it was just like, it was a negative view of someone that I had never questioned because it had always just felt very apparent to me. And that's where the, like, you know, the whole these people blow themselves up things sometimes come from, is because that is what's reinforced to a lot of people. And that is on like the tip of your tongue sometimes, because sometimes it seems like a funny thing to say.
For me, that was like an unrealistic way.
It felt hyperbolic.
Well, yeah, because what
I'm going to say this and then we're going to end it off, because we're not going to watch your whole 22-minute apology. But it might seem like it's a funny thing to say because you're not the butt of the joke. But if you were to be the butt of somebody else's joke, we all know you both would be so super sensitive. We know that. And the reason I'm saying that y'all both will be so super sensitive is because Y'all made a joke offending people, and then people sent you death threats. People sent your family death threats. People sent stuff like that, and now you're apologizing. All I'm telling you to do is, as a man, you stand upon what you said. Now, was what you said right? No, I disagree with you. But the difference is that, let's say that I were in your situation, God forbid, and I said those things, I'm standing on what I said. It's the principle behind it. It is the principle behind it, you know? But obviously, in the society in which we live in, people lack principle. I understand that it is what it is. But yeah, all right, guys, we're going to get to the next video, bro. We're going to be watching Sneeko Salim and Steiny from Full Send Podcast.
All right, let's. What I want to talk about today. I want to talk about females.
That's a good topic.
Girls.
That's a good topic.
I want to talk about in relationship to social media, in relationship to like just the new kind of world that we're living in. I think it's fucking crazy. I think it's like challenge people to like the craziest degree. Like it's just harder to get girls, I think.
If you got that 1 mil though,
That's what I'm saying. I'm
you got
like
that 1M.
You think it would do wonders? Maybe it's me, but it
Come
hasn't done
on.
much.
Did it not help? Like,
Nah, bro, but it's also like a thing. I think it's where are you in the country or in the world? Like,
what do you mean? Where are you? Like your location in like
where?
you're
Like
in LA?
it depends on what city you're in, type shit. In LA, it's too competitive out here. The market's too saturated.
So having followers helps.
Yeah, but like
It's not a normal setting, obviously. Kind of like in the warehouse / the gym. So anyway, check this out, guys. Holidays are coming up. Gifts. Everyone's expecting gifts. And honestly, I'm one of the worst gifts givers, like in the history of like holiday season. But I know something that always, like legit, always works for me. Headphones. And with Raycon, listen, hear me out. Skip the lines, skip all the stress. You like, does your mom want it, your dad want it, your brother want it? They probably go to the gym, or maybe they listen to music. I think, hopefully, if not, they're extremely weird. But 20% off everything right now. I know Raycon's doing some sales for Black Friday. They're doing some sales for Cyber Monday. Do not miss it. Easy gift. You don't have to give it much thought. Everyone listens to music. I just think it's the craziest thing ever. It's like, if you don't know, now you know. I understand that they don't do this sale very often, so take advantage of it. Amazing headphones, amazing quality. I use them when I work out. But anyways, listen. Raycon right now, 20% off. Go to buyraycon. That's BUYRAYCON.com/Raw Talk. Get 20% off of everything on the site and 30% off of the bundles. Buyraycon.com/Raw Talk. You got your gifts sorted out for the holidays. Easy stocking stuffer. Yo, it's like, what's that? It looks like a ring. No, just kidding. It's not. It's headphones for your girl. So you can kind of like trick her a little bit. And she can be like, oh my God, he got me like a ring, but he didn't. He got you headphones, which maybe you'll get the ring in the future. I don't know. Let's get back into this podcast.
Yeah,
you know how the girls are in LA. Like they see the mill, but if they see that 1.1 mil, that guy's ahead of you.
Oh.
And at the spots that we go to, that's usually how it is.
Do you think it's like straight up followers, or like it's also like who your network is,
Sure.
who you know,
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff?
I think, well, with LA, I've realized, because I've been here now for like a month going out, it's so fucking sceney, bro. Like everywhere you go, you're seeing 5 or 10 other like influencers, and as opposed to in Miami, there's nobody else really like in the YouTube game or like in the content game there.
But there's other people who are flexing other things like money and cars and shit. Like
I don't think it's that much about the followers, to be honest. I think that's the illusion if you don't have it. But I haven't ever seen a girl really like flip a switch when they saw my Instagram with the verified check.
So you think the verified check means a lot?
Maybe it gets you seen in the message request.
This is my only thing to you, Sneeko. You haven't really lived in LA to be able to speak on what happens, because he's talking about LA, right? And then you're probably talking about overall, or New York and Miami, right? But I think Steiny is talking about LA in general. I don't know. The girls might just be clout demons over there. You never know.
When you pop up, it shows like
Right.
it stands out among the others, but I don't think it makes that much of a difference. Ultimately, I think it's your character and how you carry yourself.
Going off that, it's actually can be a negative thing, because then these chicks just assume like
Preconceived ideas.
yeah, like whoa, this guy's got M's.
I think doing it without even trying to show it, like they see it, like you just still act.
What about in relationship to, because most people listening to this probably aren't dudes with fucking check marks and shit, millions of followers. What challenges do you think it's added to those guys? Like, and how do you think you can combat that if you're just like we'll call it a normal guy, not on social media, not with a bunch of followers?
I think it's getting really hard for the normal guy. I think the normal guy has to do everything they can to make a lot of money and to be the best person they can be. Because I think the average guy is fucked. Every single one of these girls, I've been doing a lot of research into this. All these girls think they deserve a guy who makes 6 figures. All of them want the highest earner. All of them want to settle down with the top man, even without doing anything to get there. Men understand that you need to be the best in order to get all these bitches, queens, but they all think they deserve that because of the illusion of how many DMs they get. So the average guy is fucked. I think it's getting worse. If you see, if you look at the inflation rate, if you look at how guys in this, if you have money and you have influence, you're fucking all the bitches. And the average guy is really swiping all day, paying for Tinder Premium and struggling. So all we have to do is just be the best.
Be better. Yeah.
I don't know. I think though, what if you're let's just say, for example, what if you're in Dallas, Texas, Austin, Texas, you're a good looking guy, you got money, you work finance, you work whatever, real estate, and in that part of town,
I see what you're saying.
it's way different. That's what I'm saying. There's levels to it.
depends on your
and it's
area.
I don't
also-
see what you're saying.
It's more social proof, I think.
He's saying in a place like Dallas, Texas, or a place that's a little more less social
about the
media
social
driven
media
and
shit.
influencer driven, which Miami would be a big spot.
LA.
LA's the biggest spot. That maybe guys who are just more less following, but maybe they have some shit going on for themselves. They don't have to compete at the highest level. But I'm not saying that that's not true. I think that's true. But my question to it now is there's probably a dude who's gonna fucking slide in that chick's DMs because he can just do it at any point. He's in New York and he's got millions and he's got money and he can just fly her out. And he's is he just gonna pull her away from that guy that's successful, good, cool? So guys are now competing with the top, I guess, echelon of guys. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you, but now that makes me think what do you now I'm starting to think you think chicks all they care about is fame?
No, not at all. I think you get deluded if you're in the social media bubble. Then you're only around OnlyFans girls and cloud chasers and stuff like that. I was on No Jumper podcast the other day, and I told him I had a girl come to the studio. He's like, "Oh, would you be upset if I fucked her?" And I'm like, "Well, there's no way you have this girl's a Christian girl from a small town. She's got no followers. I think if you're in this scene,
Well, did he fuck her?
no.
Okay.
But your idea of everybody is just what is social media girls, OnlyFans girls, porn stars, and IG thoughts. That's not most girls.
Facts.
For sure.
That's not even close to it. But if we keep talking about that, we're claiming that all these girls are clout chasers. That's not the majority of girls. So no, I don't think that all of them are clout chasing. Like Salim, for example, I've seen him around a couple girls, stuff like that. I don't think any of them care about his clout. I think that the girls fall in love with Salim because he doesn't give a fuck about them and he's funny.
That's another thing though,
Yeah.
is I think the clout gives that introduction. It's an introduction thing, right? They know so when we go out in Miami, they know who Salim is, but then they get to know him and then they really fuck with him.
I don't think they're going to fall in love with clout. And also, it gives you the accessibility to go into clubs and the ability to be at restaurants and have a fun time and be outside, but they are not going to fall in love with Chihuahua.
Now, as far as we're going to talk about falling.
I think clout definitely plays a factor in you being able to get more girls. But this is the thing. Guys think that all they need is clout. It's nah, bro. You have to work on your game. You have to learn how to talk to women, how to entertain women. And that's the primary difference between men and women, bro. As a man, you have to learn how women behave, how women operate. But as a woman, you're not expected to learn how a man is. To you, it's oh, you have to approach me, da-da-da-da. You have to impress me. You have to keep me. But no, it's supposed to be a two-way street. But granted, as a man, you understand that you have to learn women in order to be able to succeed with women. So once you learn women, and then you have the clout, and then you have the body, and then you have the money, right? And then you have the experience, there's no reason why you can't deal with women that are high value. Or women that are, at least looks-wise, but women that are beautiful, you know?
In love and all this, but I'm saying as far as women choosing a man and being this is going to be my man and I'm going to be loyal to this man, what do you think are the main things that women are checking off in their mind?
You get this.
He has to
when
provide.
they say, okay, these are the things that I need.
Sneako's
Yes, to
talked about it
provide.
too, but definitely security. Yeah. And not literal, but more of dude, if you have status, man, a lot of girls are gonna want you, but once they get to know, at least for me, clout is it's worked obviously,
Yeah.
but once I get to know them and shit, they start getting to know me. I agree with Sneeko. It's more about character.
I'm
man.
saying beyond the initial whatever clout or idea or like idea of the guy, what do you think is going to help keep a girl? Because for most men can, like, I mean, they can, like, maybe they have a job.
If you're
that's
providing
well
for her,
enough
for
Dude,
sure.
I think too many people that are in our industry get in this bubble of social media bullshit. Like, I have people back home. All my boys back home are getting married. Like, they're like in love type shit.
Sims.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
I'm not getting invited to the weddings. I want to fucking call you out, Drew. You fucking asshole. But
Okay.
like they're all getting married, bro. They're fucking 26 to 30. Like they're getting married and they're fucking ready to have a kid and like do that shit. And what we do, that's not.
So this is my thing. Steiny, you're saying that your boy's back at home. I don't know where you're from though. 26 to 30, about to get married, want to have one kid. If those dudes are extremely successful and are ready to do it, I'm not knocking it. Now, would I do that? Hell no. Right? Hell no. I'm gonna wait at least until like 35, 40. I want to be really well off before I get married and have a kid. Because you have to understand that like a lot of dudes are feeling pressured by society to do it at such a young age that you don't really get to live your life. You don't really get to amass the wealth that you're trying to amass. You don't get to do the things that you know you're meant to do as a man because you're focused on women too much. You got to focus on yourself. You got to make yourself the priority and then watch how God blesses you with the right type of women.
Very normal.
Yeah.
Like out of all of the people that we fuck with, I don't know anybody who's married. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I don't know.
I can't name one guy that's
But so
married.
my question to that is like, do you think if like Sneeko slid in one of those girls' DMs, she's fucking? She's fucking.
Yes.
So that's my
no,
point.
No, I think she'd open it, but who knows? Who knows? Honestly, who knows? I've DM'd girls that have had, like, where I just no, not husbands, but like,
oh, you're talking about
DMing
cheating?
randomly.
Yeah, I'm saying that guy that you're talking about.
Oh.
Obviously, I'm not wishing us anyone, but I'm saying like, if Sneeko slid in her DMs, that girl that he's marrying, do you think she would think twice?
I promise you,
She'll think twice.
Maybe, yeah, he could be right, but I also think it's literally like a geography thing. Like if he slides into some chick that lives in Denver, Colorado, who probably doesn't give a fuck about all this because it's such a different lifestyle out there.
That's what I find interesting, is because it's like, do they give a fuck about it until like it can be a reality for them? Like, does everyone really care?
This is my thing. I think that if you're a man with status and you do slide into a chick's DMs, no matter where she is going to care to an extent because it's in her nature. It's called hypergamy. They want to move up, like especially if she's a woman that's coming from poverty, which most women do, right? She wants to deal with a man that's going to be able to provision for her. Women view status as a sign of provisioning, as a sign of wealth, right? That is how they view status, right? So we're not going to make it seem as if majority of these women are not going to care. They are going to care. But this is the thing, though. Just because they care doesn't mean that they're going to take advantage of the opportunity. Because to them, they might like the opportunity in which they're in right now, so they're not going to try to mess that up, and vice versa. So it really depends. There's so many factors, though. I will say that there are definitely so many factors involved, you know?
About it, and then like a girl who doesn't care about it because she's not been exposed to it.
Yeah.
But the minute she feels like, whoa, wait a minute, this is an opportunity that I didn't once have before. Now I'm going to take it. I'm willing to take it.
Yeah.
I've always thought about that, or maybe thought that I could have done that. I'm so curious about this because like I
Why
don't
don't we test it out? Sneeko, slide in fucking some
Slide in
random.
Drew's wife's DMs.
know.
Yo, Brad, have you ever fucked somebody's wife?
Never. Wait.
This is a no. This is raw talk.
This is raw talk.
This
Yeah,
is
no,
raw
hold on.
talk.
I know.
fam.
Hold on.
Have you fucked a married woman?
A married woman. Hold on.
You don't have that many to go. How many do you have to go through right
No,
now?
I'm just thinking in my mind, like it gives like looking back. It was
Do you have a list? You're like the type of guy that has a list.
Fuck no, dude.
Do you have
Fuck
a list,
no.
Sneeko?
In fact, I've.
I know you, Salim. You got a notes
I feel like the
list.
fact that you asked that says that you have a list.
Yeah, I feel like
To be
bring that
honest.
list out.
No, I don't. Have
No,
a
I don't
list.
have a list, and I haven't. But I have been offered. I was offered to fuck someone's wife for money for $8,000 when I was. How old are you?
No, 24.
No, I was.
I'm 20.
I was 22, so I was in between. Yeah.
With him watching or no?
With him watching, he wanted to watch.
Oh, so
yeah.
a cuck.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What made you-
1,000? Why didn't you take it?
Yeah, what made you turn it
8,000.
down?
Okay, I literally turned it down because
And was the wife hot?
she wasn't.
This is my thing, bro. No matter how much money somebody pays you, Brad, you made the right decision if that's the truth, because that that could have been the last day you lived. I'm so sorry. To you, it might be like, oh yeah, it's $8,000, da 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 da. You don't know how crazy some people are. To you, it might be like, oh yeah, nope, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't sacrifice your morals for money, number one, because she's married. That means you're committing adultery, number one. Number two, the husband is there, and if the husband gets mad at any point in time, and if he's an emotional man, he could potentially pull out a gun, potentially pull out a knife, and murk you. You're done. Don't do it. Good. Simple.
She wasn't really my type, but she wasn't ugly.
She was in her 40s.
She was in her late 30s.
Okay.
And I was like my early 20s. And she was at this Equinox. They were training. I was training a girl that I was dating at the time. He would always see me coming with a girl and be like, yo, I want you to train my wife. And then I'm like, yeah, sure, give me your information. He would have me come to their house, and I had a few meetings. No, seriously, it started as
I want you to train my wife.
No, straight up, that's what it was. That was the end.
Literally.
And I was a trainer, and I was struggling, so I was trying to make money, right? So he goes me to the house. It's a house in Beverly Hills in the Flats. And I come back, the first time I just met him and I saw his house. This is where you train. There's like a gym in the house. I was like, cool. Came back the next time. They're like cooking dinner. I meet kids, right? And
Oh, fuck.
yeah, I meet kids, and then I met the wife.
Hey kids, I'm gonna fuck your mom.
No, it wasn't gonna happen that day.
Okay.
But I was really like.
Well, tell us, how did the offer go about? Did he bring you aside and no one's around? Or was the kid in the room?
So the offer came about, and it did start to get weird because it wasn't training, and then he basically was like, he kept hinting at the fact like,
fuck my wife.
Like, do you have a big dick?
Bumbleclad.
He was really concerned. Like, he was like,
He's done. He's done.
my wife, like, if I'm not here, she needs to be taken care of. That's how he was hinting at it.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
That's
so,
crazy, bro.
long story short, I met the wife.
Golly.
And when I met the wife, and I was like,
You can already tell that woman does not respect her husband. I'm sorry. He's done for.
Introduced her, I could tell, like, just looking at her, that, like, this was the thing that he's done. Like, this is a part of
Other
his...
people have fucked
yeah,
his
this
wife.
is his sex act. It's not
What
like
the fuck's wrong with this guy?
Well, he's a cuck. He just likes to watch whatever. It is what it is. I don't give a fuck. I'm not judging. I'm just saying it's like I wasn't ready for that because once I met the wife, I was like, oh, it's clear that other people have done this, and she's not super fulfilled
What
in
gave
this.
you those tells, though?
The look on her fucking face, dude. Like, when I met her, I was just like, this chick is not happy about this, like, meeting me. Like, this is the next guy who's gonna fuck me and my husband and
kinda
sit in the
weird.
corner and jack off. It's like...
Oh, was that part of the
That's
deal?
he wanted to watch, 100%.
Oh, fuck. Well, that leads to the real important question. Well, you being a businessman, what was your number? You had a number.
No. I wouldn't...
I know, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I didn't... Okay.
Brad was like, well, I mean, for $15K, like...
No,
This is
I'll fuck your wife.
Zelle, so
This
like,
is pre any money. I
Cash
was
only.
Cash App.
Cash
App
only.
is,
No, he's a cash only guy.
Yeah, I would have been a cash only.
Cash
guy.
only.
I mean, bro, if he was honestly, if he would have said 15,000, I would have been like, yeah, fuck how she feels.
Why didn't you tell him?
Because I just felt weird, man. I felt weird. I was like, I honestly didn't know how I felt about just genuinely like
Pussy.
fuck. Yeah, no, straight up was a bitch.
Well,
like I
would
was
you
like,
have done it?
I was
Fuck yeah.
I was afraid to. I didn't.
You wouldn't
$15,000.
when you're broke.
8,000.
8,000.
Even if I'm broke, bro, it's just about morals, bro. I'm sorry. I couldn't do that. I'm sorry. Because, bro, me personally, I wouldn't have the heart to do that. That's different.
That's what I was.
You're a brokey training people.
But there's a dude fucking masturbating while
Yeah.
you're That's where it's like...
That's why. That's the thing that I was like.
Nah, I honestly don't think I would do it.
No, that's too much.
Because I've never
yeah.
seen 15,000. So in the moment, if I haven't ever seen that, then I'd be like,
what do you think
just go
God would
about
think
my
about
day.
that? Is that a sin? Is that haram?
I think
It is haram. It is haram.
I mean, bro.
I don't know what they say about that in the Quran or the Bible.
No, that's definitely.
It's adultery because you're literally having sex with a married woman, right? You're literally that's adultery number one, and then the husband's watching. Nah, bro, I'm good.
not acceptable.
Like, yeah, I don't know either. but
No,
it's like,
not at all.
this guy was dead set on watching me have sex with his wife, though.
No,
That's
not
weird.
at
That's
all.
I
weird.
wonder.
That's
I'm
weird.
curious now. Like, I wonder how many dudes have fucked his wife since then. It's probably like
That
horrendous.
poor
amount.
guy, man. What's
that's
wrong?
Bro, why are you even thinking about that, bro? That's kind of no disrespect, my man. That's kind of weird, bro.
DM me though if you're watching.
Yeah, he's like, I'll take that AK.
Send me a DM.
The bag hopefully is increased.
I was banned on YouTube. I need the money. I'll take that AK.
What were you
before
gonna
that.
say though? What were you gonna say?
I was wondering if you actually fuck somebody's wife like behind the husband's back.
No,
like, on some sneaky
fuck
shit.
no.
You would give the same raw talk answer off the camera?
Swear to God, yeah.
Yeah,
I've never done that.
I think I'll stand for you for that.
I'll tell you why, because like that's a thing that I'm so afraid of happening to me if I fully commit to a woman.
You'd feel
and then-
guilty.
Oh, bro, because I wouldn't want that done to me.
Word.
That's what I'm most afraid of. So
Exactly. You got to stand on principle, and I respect the fact that you did that, bro.
it's like I'd have to treat that person as the golden rule, right? I really would treat someone the way I want to be treated in that sense. Because I don't want to be
I
fucked.
can't even imagine what you'd do to that guy.
Well, if
Kill
I had
him.
if I had a wife,
Yeah.
she was my wife,
Yeah.
we had kids,
Yeah.
I'd kill him. To be honest with you.
Literally said it.
Yeah,
I don't think that's the responsible action.
Probably wouldn't kill him,
I think you
yeah.
got to blame
No?
the wife. It's not his fault. He's just doing what he got to do.
This is the thing. You got to definitely put more responsibility on the wife because she's married to you. But we're not going to make it seem as if he's not a part of it, bro. Whether he knows or whether he doesn't know, you know. And the thing is that you might not even realize this, but a lot of dudes do know.
But if he knows, like, yo, this dude's married to her.
It's
still
wife's,
mutual,
It's the wife's
yeah.
fault, man.
I agree with you on
Both
that.
fault.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
it's the
his
guy. I think the guy's he's just eating. He's doing what he got to do.
I feel like 95% of the time it is the women not telling them.
Yeah, it is.
If that actually happens.
You mean like the woman not telling him what? That
Like
she's
she's married.
A guy fucking your wife, probably 95% of the time, probably won't know that she has.
You know how many how many videos have come out over the years of dudes that have literally caught their wives cheating on them? Right? There was this one video I think that was released out there a year or 2 years ago. This one dude was walking into his apartment or his house and saw his wife having sex with a random man on their bed, their matrimonial bed. Just to let you guys know, if you think these things don't happen, it happens. It's real life. Anyway, let's continue.
As a husband.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, it's
could
not
s-
known.
100%. So I probably wouldn't kill the guy.
I see what
I
you're
probably
saying.
would. I wouldn't want to talk to him, but like I wouldn't.
I guess I'd just be
dude,
for
you
sure
know-
done with the relationship.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, yeah.
Bro, if that were to ever happen to me, I'm not even gonna joke. If I were to ever come home and my wife were to ever do that with another man, I'm gonna take my stuff, leave, and I'm gonna cancel my. Let's just say it's an apartment. I'm canceling my. How do I say that? I'm canceling my lease from that day. If there are children involved, I'm going to the court and I'm going to literally claim custody of my children. But if I ever find out that it's a situation that they are doing whatever they're doing, I'm going to make sure that I record it so I can show the judge what's going on, you know?
Yeah, it's over. After
Kind of
that,
going
yeah.
off what he's saying too. Like, you got to think about it.
This is exactly why we say when it comes to a man and he practices infidelity, that a woman is more likely to accept it because he's providing, he's provisioning. But if you're a man and a woman cheats on you, never take her back. Let me say that again. If you're a man and your woman cheats on you, never take her back.
A lot of the stay-at-home moms, like let's say a guy goes to work, he's working his 9 to 5, whatever. The stay-at-home mom, maybe she has a couple workers coming over for the day. Like, and they're like in the house and shit. Like,
Steiny's wife is gonna get fucked on. I feel like, honestly speaking, I really
Steiny rebuked that man.
actually think that might happen.
Yo.
No, I'm not capping
I wouldn't
at all.
wish that upon my worst enemy.
No, because this
I
guy,
appreciate
he
it.
reminds me of a guy that's gonna be like a stockbroker or some shit in New York, and like he's gonna
Not
come
on that
home.
path right now, but
he's
yeah.
gonna no, but like you know the watches and shit. You know how he likes that shit.
Yeah.
So like when he comes home, there's gonna be a lot of problems, and I think that like he's not gonna know it coming.
Do you think
I mean, that's very hurtful that you would say something to me. I hope I never have to go through that.
That was very descriptive.
Yeah, and that makes me think that you've pictured this before, and I don't
No,
really
because
appreciate that, but
I don't know why you asking it a lot, and you've asked me this personally as well.
What?
Not about the cuck shit, but like you ask a lot of questions that like make me want to ask you more questions,
Sure.
and it's kind of like.
What the fuck
know
did
how
I
to
ask you
explain.
to lead to my wife getting
I don't know,
fucked,
bro.
my future
Yeah,
fucking
tell me, I
wife?
wanna know.
If you ever do that to me, my future wife,
tell me, I wanna know.
We're gonna have serious problems.
I don't know if we could talk about this, but you remember the whole Bob situation?
Bob said you could do that?
Yeah.
he
He
gave me permission.
Bob walked in. This is you telling me this, so I'm not. This is no. He walked.
Gotta be
in.
careful what I tell you, my friend. Yeah, go right
What are you
ahead.
talking? You've already
Tell
talked
the
about
story. Tell the
fucking
fucking story, man.
He said, "Yo, you can fuck my girl." He's getting a massage from her, right? And then Bob walks in the room and starts freaking out, like, "What the fuck?" Like all this shit, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
More or
and
less, sure.
Steiny got the job done that night, but I feel like that would mentally scar you.
Wait, why?
You would want to do like it would happen to you. I feel like.
What the?
I feel like you're kind of like wishing that upon me. And it's
Why,
kinda like,
why do you
it's kinda
think?
like
Why do you
hitting
think that would
personal
happen to
for
me? Why do you think that would happen to him if he's the one doing it? Karma?
I just think.
Okay, well, now that Salim fucking aired out my personal life.
What are you talking about? You've already talked about this, man.
I know, and I kind of like put that in the past.
Well, that's
like,
your
why do I
fault.
gotta
It's still on the
revisit
internet.
this?
You're getting too
Yeah.
defensive about a story that's already.
I'm
public.
sorry, Steiny,
No,
but
you're
I
good,
had
bro.
to say.
I'm glad you think about it like that. Anyway, so some shit like that did go down, and I think it was a test. It was a real test for the girl. Like it was a real test for the girl.
What do you mean? Of loyalty?
Loyalty, and I was like, bro, like I'm gonna test that for you. Like I got you. I'm gonna test that shit.
Did you test it? Did you test it well?
Yes.
Okay.
She's also hands down the hottest girl I've ever slept with. Like
word.
Yeah. So it was pretty dope. But that being said, like it was a funny situation, and yeah, I mean,
I got a question. It's kind of along the lines of what you were saying. Do you ever feel like the things that you've heard or the things that you've been a part of or the things that you've witnessed or you know about affects your ability to trust women? You know what I'm saying? The stories you hear about this.
Definitely.
Cheating on a boyfriend for that.
Go ahead.
Yeah. 100%.
Those stories that you hear about women are going to make you very jaded. I'm telling you, because it happens in real life. Most dudes can relate to them being in a relationship and them being cheated on. I've been cheated on, right? Most dudes have been cheated on. It's going to cause you to want to go through the red pill, take the red pill, self-improve, level up to be able to take care of your family, to be able to make sure that if you do get married in the future, you get a prenup, you're at least 35 to 40 years old, right? Or even if you're younger, at least you get to the money. As long as you're getting to the money and you have a consistent flow of income, bro, do what you got to do. Well, for me, I'm trying to build an empire, so it's a different game, right? Oak family, we got to be aware of what we want, and then from there, once we're aware of what we want, what are we willing to do to take it, or to get there, right? So it really just depends. But yeah, let's continue.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been hurt or like I don't know. I don't think that's like the correct term to kind of say it, but like
You
I've
haven't
seen,
been heartbroken?
No. But I've seen certain situations where I've gotten myself out of being in that situation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like honestly speaking, bro, like I don't know what it is, and he was telling me this in the car, but like he said that like I feel like you like observe people to the T where you could like do their impersonations. That's why he like brought up like your impersonation.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is, but any girl that like I kind of like mess with, I could really see what the hell this chick is trying to do. I don't know what it
You
is.
can read it.
100%.
Well, what do you base that off of? Like the thing she says?
Bro, like, yeah, and like just little ass things, man. I catch those little things for some fucking reason.
Give us an example though, something that you thought.
Okay, so
Give me that other happy dad.
Oh, I'll talk about the girl that I brought over from Florida or whatever, right?
I knew you were gonna talk about that.
I was it was terrible.
You brought her to Sneako's
So
crib? Huh? You brought her to Sneako's crib?
Yeah, I
she
did,
was
but we were in Orlando or whatever, and we drove down,
Yeah.
and she came with me. Like we're doing this like little tour thing, me, Jay, Chaffee, Nick, and she said something along the lines of like where she was kind of like one-upping herself on somebody else. I don't remember exactly what she said, but after that, I was like, all right, bro, like in my head, I'm like, we're already in the situation, we're already driving down there, whatever.
What do you mean? She one-upping herself on somebody else?
Like she said something very
comparing herself to
she's
other people.
like very comparable and like
So she's ego-driven.
and
insecure.
100%. And what I did was, bro, I got a hotel room with 2 separate beds.
W.
And I slept on my own bed.
W.
And what's funny is like, I don't know why I catch these things, but I woke up like at 7 a.m. like randomly, and she was just like sleeping on the other bed. She was talking to her phone, on her phone to one of her friends. Was like, I don't know why you just didn't even try like smashing me and do this. I don't know what it is, like this, that. But like, I don't know, I catch certain things like that with women, and I like stay
Well, wait,
away.
hold
I'm
on.
always a nice guy.
She had that phone call in front of you?
Well, she thought I was sleeping. I was on the other.
You see what I'm saying? And it's stuff like that. It's stuff like that. It's stuff like that that makes men not want to deal with women anymore, bro. Like you cannot make it up. Real talk. That's why you got to deal with women that really, really want you and are willing to cut off all their dudes for you, because those are the women that really, really want you.
Oh, she didn't
yeah.
though. I don't think she did. I think she knew he's
No,
probably
he woke
awake.
up surprisingly.
Because that's a conversation where you leave the room.
No.
I saw her. She was chronically on her phone talking to people all the time. It was like her way to cope.
Yeah, and that's another thing that like I caught too. Even though it wasn't bad, she was always on the phone. There was always like, can you take this photo with me? Like certain snaps. I catch all those things for some fucking odd reason. I don't know why, but I catch those things, and I'm always gonna be a nice person throughout the way. But I'm never ever
So what do
gonna
you think
flirt
she's
with
like
you.
the photos and stuff? You think she's trying to like impress people?
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
She's
And at
caught
the
up
same
with social media.
Yeah, and at the same time too, bro, I give my trust to people just a little bit, as soon as I meet him, and once that shit's broken, it's like you're kind of like.
But you
fucking
weren't.
dead
Don't
to
say
me.
you were not nice to her. Like after that shit happened, and I peeped like the way that the dinner went.
Oh yeah,
shit went south, and you were being pretty mean.
I'll tell you what happened. So we're walking out of this club, and I see 3 fine ass bitches walking. I'm not going, not bitches, queens. 3 fine ass queens walking. I swear. And I don't know. We're just having a great night. I can't really say, obviously, but we're having.
No, but even before that happened, he was at the restaurant and he was like, "This bitch, she's so stupid." Like he turned to me like, she's right there, like saying some nonsense. He's like, "Can you hear how stupid she is? She's so dumb."
I never said it in front of her, but I would say
she
it.
pretty much heard you. And then later on, like that's when you started like regretting even having her around because you did not respect her. And then we went to the club and then you saw 3 other girls and then you were just aggressively staring with your big eyes, like looking at these girls. And she's right there next to you. Like, you know how girls feel. Like they're especially if a girl's very comparative and she's vulnerable and insecure, she's gonna only qualify herself based on her looks. And so when you look at 3 other girls aggressively, you're like, well, you're not my girlfriend. Like she felt some type of way, and then you completely you stop caring about her.
But you did this because of what you thought right away.
No. Well, I didn't.
Or did that happen first?
No, he's the kind of guy where it flips a switch and it's game over.
Listen. When I seen those 3 chicks, I didn't say it in a way where I'm like trying to disrespect. I promise you, it may have came off that way, but bro, as soon as I'm like, yo, I'm not fucking with this girl. Like as soon as I'm like, yo, this girl, I'm not. Fuck this. I'm always gonna be a nice guy, but I'm gonna continue to talk to other women, bro. Like, and I think that's one thing. She got really upset with me over that.
Let her get upset. She was talking about fucking other dudes.
You're not like my girlfriend or whatever. And yeah, it was bad timing because when I started seeing things from her, it was on the way to Miami, and it was just like, fuck.
So let's talk about this.
Well,
I have
wait,
a question.
that's the problem, bro.
No, I want to ask something because I think this is an interesting thing.
Listen, she was talking about smashing other dudes in front of you, bro. I'm so sorry. Whether she thought you were sleeping or not is besides the point, right? It's besides the point. She violated, and for me, that's more than enough to really cancel the girl. You know, there's certain things as a man you should never tolerate. Never. 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 You understand? Never.
When you said, hey, like, you're not my girl, right? I want all you guys' perspective on this. Is like, how do you know when to change your actions? Like, how do you determine when you change your actions?
I determine that, okay, I'll answer your question, Brad. I determine how I change my actions for a girl the minute I start to see that she starts to act up. Like, for example, I'm busy throughout the day, right? I usually don't have time to talk to too many people, mainly women, right? Because I'm trying to grow my businesses. So if I make time for you throughout the day, or if I make time for you throughout the night, right? Like, let's just say, for example, you texted me throughout the day and I didn't respond till the evening time. And I text you or I call you and you choose to not pick up, or you're talking about other dudes in front of my presence, stuff like that, or you're trying to start arguments, or you're trying to be disrespectful, or you're not adding any value to my life, like I like women who cook, right? Then from there, to me, it's like, okay, I'm good. There's no need for you to be in my life, you know? So those are what make, those are the things, or even, for example, like a woman that's very prideful, very egotistical, doesn't know when she's wrong, and doesn't know when to stand down to a man that's a leader. Those are the things that are going to make me just leave you, make me just stop talking to you, make me to just bye-bye, you know? I might tell you sometimes I might not tell you. I'm not going to lie. If you mean a lot to me, I will tell you once. But if I have to repeat myself over and over again, I'm good. I'm done. Bye. You know?
You go, okay, I'm taking this girl more serious. Like, is there a certain like amount of like trust she has to show you? Is there a certain amount of like feeling you have to have for her? Like, when do you flip that switch and go, okay, now this is my girl and I want to be all in?
I think you gave her a false like hope because you brought her like.
Why
you
is that
said,
a false? But think about it. Why is that a false hope on me? Like, she's a grown ass.
No,
woman.
because you like, she looks at it like this. She's like, yo, this guy could have brought any girl from where you were, Tampa, Orlando to Miami, and he chose me to go with him. So you drive
I could
down.
see that.
So you
I'll
drive
put it-
down.
yeah.
You drive down, and like her expectation is like, yo, like this is my man. That's how I think.
That no girl is ever gonna. They should never do that. Saying I'm their man or whatever. But going back to what you were saying,
I like that question.
Honestly speaking, for me, I really, really like when a girl, honestly, and it's hard for me to do it.
Takes the initiative?
No, not that, but like if a girl is like just fucking off her phone like while we're eating, bro. Like seriously, I'm not even capping. I'm bad at it. Like
Your
I'm
phone in your shirt right now.
Yeah, that's right. But dude, I don't really find a lot of girls interesting, bro. Like honestly, like I really don't.
Okay,
a lot of
what-
girls
well,
say
he's-
are just not.
Yeah, they have
interesting.
copy and paste
They're
personalities.
just not
It's
interesting.
just social media that did that. See, I've been thinking about that. The last two serious relationships I had, the girl took the initiative to escalate it. So I'm the type of guy that I'll keep it casual and I'll keep it in the friends with benefits situation as long as possible until I feel that she feels, she's like, well, we've been together for 3
Okay.
And then I'm like, okay. And then I kind of get guilted and shamed into being in a relationship a little bit because I feel bad that I'm not being the man that she wants.
So how do you know then when you want to be? Like what's your switch where you go, okay, I'm just asking that. How do you know when you want to be in the relationship?
When I
what are the
nut and
signals?
she still doesn't bother me yet. Like if you get the post-nut clarity and then she's, okay, she's not that bad. I can like eat something with her after I nutted.
That's fair.
And
That
I can do
is
that
kinda
like 10
fair.
times, then like, maybe I like you. Maybe.
Yeah, that's a good ass point, man.
That's a great point.
I've had so many breakfasts with girls just to try to see. Maybe I'm wrong.
I love
You know what I
this.
mean?
Maybe
I
I'm
swear to
wrong.
God,
Yeah,
I
I love
actually
this.
do. Like, and it just can't. Like, I don't even
So
want to
okay,
eat.
then
bro.
let's
Like,
take
just
it a
wanna
step
leave.
further. What are the qualities or the things like if you're sitting at breakfast where you're like, okay, like, oh, she's smart or she's bringing up creative topics or she's asking me questions that I like.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something. There's a point
Okay,
where, like,
man.
I've noticed with one, like, because chicks, like, they don't give a fuck about anything. But there's one chick that I was recently with that was, like, so diehard in my corner, like, so supportive and, like, about me that it kind of turns a switch. Like, damn, this chick's really into it.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, she's pushing you and she wants you to be successful and keep going. And if she's, like, actually about that, then it's kind of a turn on.
So so a woman that encourages you and helps you like push yourself.
And honestly, like, just has your
Supports
back
you.
no matter what. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Last
can't-
girl- wait, go ahead.
Do you haven't experienced that?
No, I kind of agree, but Salim, go first.
I can't really say because I honestly haven't experienced that.
You haven't had any type of that.
I've had support from women, but like it's like more of like you kind of have to show that support. I like when girls pay attention. Honestly speaking, I like when girls pay attention to the little things that I do say, and then like later on down the line, they
Bring it
kind of
up.
like remember it.
Oh, yeah. I love that. I love that.
I've had girls. One time, I told this girl, I was like, "Yo," like I told it to Jay, but she heard, and I was like, "Fuck, bro," like. Because we're going on
What'd you
this
say?
tour or whatever, and I was just like, yeah, I hate when there's so many fucking like we're like eating and shit like that. I just said it to Jay like just randomly, and she heard it. And so later on, I was doing something, and she was like, oh shit, fuck, like in her head, she took this guy's camera, like that he was filming. I was like, oh shit, I was kind
shit.
of like fucking lit.
Like
right
she
there.
bossed up for you.
Yeah, right. See, little
Damn.
things like that, I
That's a
really
turn on.
pay attention
I
to.
would've nutted right there.
I didn't say anything to her saying thank you because. I mean, bro, like, can't really give girls validation no more because then they run with it.
That's not true. I wouldn't think like that. No.
No, you give them validation here and there, but you don't fucking tell them.
Yeah, he's right.
Like,
He's
imagine
right.
if I was
He's
like, bro,
right.
you just did the greatest thing in my life.
Don't say that, but like
Of
say
course
thank you
not.
for
Fuck
doing
that, man.
Yo, I gotta ask something now.
Go ahead.
I gotta ask something. Have you ever had a chick that's
Hold on. Let Sneeko answer this
Sneeko, go,
first,
go, go.
and then
I
we'll go
want
to
to
that
hear this.
question
I want
next.
to hear this.
The last time I fell in love with a girl, it was like right after I met her that night, and then we smashed, and then I still liked being around her. And then this is the moment that I think I started falling in love with her. I was driving her back to her crib in the morning, and then I started just talking about politics or something, and it was just me reciting like normal stuff that I say on dates or like with girls. You know when you have like bullet point talking points so that you can get the conversation going? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I started saying my bullshit, whatever. I don't remember what it was about, something about politics, and then she just like stayed quiet, like, yeah, okay. And I could tell she was thinking, this guy's full of shit right now. She was like in tune with my bullshit. I'm like, fuck, I gotta like step my game up. And the fact that she called out my bullshit made me want to
challenged
stop.
you. She
Yes.
challenged
fuck
you.
yeah.
Yeah, but not even intentionally. It was just the fact that I could sense that she was thinking, this dude is full of shit. I'm like, I gotta prove to her that I'm not a fucking fraud.
Well, I gotta ask
The
Sneeko
challenge.
real quick. Yeah, has any chick ever called you out and been like, yo, you're too aggressive, or like, yo, you really believe that shit?
Oh, all the time, yeah.
But is that a bad thing?
No, don't get guilted and shamed into changing your beliefs. It's okay. That's not gonna. Guys get confused and they think that if she calls me out or she calls me aggressive, that she's unattracted to me. They like challenging. They like going back and
Exactly.
forth, and they want to see if you're gonna switch. If you go, well, I'm sorry for being mean, then they're gonna be like, ugh. But if you're like, well, this is just what I think.
Yeah, I agree.
This is what I think. Sorry.
I agree. There's definitely a level of like respect and reverence for like, in the sense from a woman to a man, as far as what he stands on. I think it's very important. I think women like actually want that. I don't think they want someone who's flip-flopping about like, I believe this, but because you don't, so now I'm like, maybe I'll listen to this. It's like, not that you're gonna be like, yo, shut the fuck up, listen to what I'm saying, but like the way you deliver it, and if you stand on something, that's just important, I think.
But bro, going off that, I think that I could speak hopefully for all of us, and I think I'm accurate. Most of all of our intentions are, I'm getting laid with this chick tonight. Yeah. Like, I'm fucking tonight. Like, it's never
I don't think
like,
it's wrong to have that intention.
No, I don't think so at all. But no one's ever like, I want to make that chick my girl.
No,
like,
that's the girl's job. It's the girl's job to keep the relationship. It's our job.
Well, it's to keep the relationship or to keep you. This is the thing. And the reason I'm bringing this up right now is because I have people in general that are in my life that are asking me for boy advice and stuff, right? For guy advice. What women have to understand is that it's their job to be able to keep the man after you have sex with him, to make him into wanting to give you that relationship, right? Because women are the gateholders to sex. Excuse me, guys. Woke family. Women are the gateholders to sex. Men are the gateholders to a relationship. You have to give the man the ability, or you have to give the man you have to get a man to want to give you the relationship, and as a man, you have to get a woman to want to have sex with you, right? The reality is that if you really look at it, right, a man and a woman both benefit from sex and relationships. Because a woman benefits from a relationship because she gets provisioning and security. A man benefits from sex because he gets to get laid, right? So they both have their benefits. But the reality of the situation is that a woman thinks that just because she gives a man sex, that he's going to wife her up. No, you got to earn that. Just the same way the man had to earn sex from you, you know?
Job to just impregnate the whole world. We don't want to go settle down. Imagine if we're all like, we're going to go out tonight. Imagine like, yo, let's find the love of our life tonight.
Okay, yeah, this is bro. Yeah, you speak on that, fool.
I don't say that.
No, but there's a couple people in your vlogs that might.
Well, Nick's like that. I mean, Nick is a guy that
Nick's a lover, man.
No, he really actually like.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
He really does. Like, and
you're not gonna find love with that attitude, though.
But have you ever
That's
been
not
like
my
that?
attitude, man. Huh?
I swear, you've been like that where you're like, yo, that chick's like, that's my girl. That's gonna be the one.
I think that was early on this. That was early, Salim.
Early in me, but now no, it's game 7 mode, man. Like it's nowhere
Game
near.
7 mode.
No, it's LeBron
I
block
love
on
that.
Iguodala.
Oh, let's go.
But listen.
I remember that.
Listen, listen. I'm not gonna ever like cancel out the fact that maybe I might find a girl that like I actually really like. But it's not the time right now, man. Like, to be honest. And at the same time, yo, at the end of the day, bro, I don't really give a fuck about none. You're gonna have to impress me, bro. That's my mind. I swear to God on my life. Like, I'll always be a gentleman. I'll be a good guy.
Of course, yeah.
I'll always be a nice guy. I swear on my life. I'll never treat a girl ever with shade or anything. But
what about the Orlando situation that we just talked about?
what are you talking about? All I said was, damn, they bad as fuck, and I want to fuck some bitches tonight.
Yeah.
But is that
in front of her? That's not nice.
No,
you said that in front of her.
But wait.
Oh my God!
You said was crying the whole night, bro.
No,
You
you're
said
missing-
that.
you're
Hold
missing-
on. You said that to her?
Okay, can I just explain?
She was crying for like 3 hours afterwards. And I was gonna be like, I'm a nice guy.
Can I explain? Can I
Let him
explain?
explain. Go ahead. That's fucked up. Go ahead.
All right. You gonna tell me, Brad, you walk out of a club and there's 3 bro, dude, I was eyeing these girls till literally to the stop sign, bro. They was really looking good that night.
Right in front of the girl he was with.
And dude, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I when I seen those girls, it was like there was no other chicks there. Like, it was like I didn't give a fuck. It was wrong. I'm not gonna lie. It was wrong to say it right there. It was very wrong.
So then don't say that you're always a nice guy.
No.
the
That's
question-
different, though.
Bro, that's not the question. The question is the bigger picture. Was that to get your girl jealous, or was
No,
you actually feeling the others?
I swear it may seem like that, bro. I swear
It wasn't intentional.
My intentions that night was to like be like, yo, I'm gonna find a new girl I could fuck with. Like, and another thing too, and this is the thing that people gotta realize. When I was with that girl that cried, literally the whole time for the last 2 days, I did nothing sexual with her, didn't touch her, literally talked to her as if she was like my associate. I promise you on my life. So
you weren't setting crazy
No,
expectations.
I could understand if I smash, and then it's like, but fuck, that's tough because I've done both. Fuck.
No, you're talking one specific situation though.
I swear, Brad. If I don't fuck with a girl, I'm not gonna like. I've been tricked into like fuck.
Yo,
like,
you know what I gotta ask you guys now?
Go ahead. Yeah.
How many days before you give up? Like, you might not smash on the first night, but when do you give up? Like,
Give
is it
up.
the one night, like, where you're like, yo, if I don't smash on the first night, she's gone? Like, Sneeko, I
Ooh,
want to
this
hear.
is
I
a
want to
good
hear your
question.
response.
This is a really good question.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, good shit. No, I love it.
No,
No,
I'm just kidding, like, personal.
Oh, yeah, you want me to answer?
Yeah,
You want
yeah.
me to, like,
No,
okay,
Brad,
go.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give my time more than like I'm not gonna go on a second date. Like if I didn't get nothing. If I get some head on the first time and she's like, well, I don't fuck the first time.
One time. You're going one time.
I'm not spending all that time and money on you. Get the fuck out of my life.
No, no,
Like,
yeah.
I
it's
agree
just
with
a
that
waste of my
too.
time. Yeah,
One time.
it's one day. Like if I don't get it the first day,
But-
or like at least, but it depends on how much of an investment it is on the first day. Is it a date? Is it just like us going out to the club? Is there friends? Are friends there?
Does the
Head?
fact
Yeah.
that she fades you on the first night, like, make you more like, yo, I'm really going to pursue this? Like,
No.
that doesn't turn you on at all?
That makes me be like, nah.
Really?
Yeah, bro, I'm not going to lie. Like, not that, like, I think you should have sex the first time you meet someone.
Yeah.
Right? But, like, I do believe if there's a few days and, like, they're, like, you know, you spend time together and like, she does the I'm not that kind of girl thing, which is, I think, is the biggest lie ever.
Cap.
Like, that's
Facts.
the most...
Think about it. This is the thing. If a girl ever says to you, I'm not the type of girl, or I don't usually do this, she does. Okay? It's up to you as a man to be able to see beyond that. No cap.
bullshit thing girls say ever.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't give it to you and she says that, I honestly believe she's just like not fucking with you. Just
Yeah.
straight up.
Yeah, true.
Like to the degree that if she's ever gonna do that, I mean, maybe she would if you kept putting time and effort or you showered her with gifts or things that she wanted more from. But is she fucking with you genuinely? I don't think so. I think she's waiting for more shit from you
Yeah.
and not actually
She
fucking
wants
with you.
more time without giving up pussy. She wants
And it's
more-
fine. And I'm not saying girls need to give up pussy right away. It's like pick someone that you think like, okay, maybe there is some potential in this person or there is some future in this person. But I also think it's funny how I think that chicks do think that guys, this is a whole nother conversation, but like want to be their fucking friends. Like
Yeah,
I
they
Well, that's
don't.
a friends,
They
okay,
don't.
but you don't
That's a
think,
myth, man.
you don't
I agree. Guys don't want to be their friends, and they don't understand that, bro, for sure.
think there's
Straight
girls,
up.
there's girls out there that are like, yo, I'm going to make this dude work for it because you...
I think there are. There are
I think
definitely
they're
girls.
rare, but there's girls that are like, I'm telling you, like, we've met Club Thoughts.
So here's my thing with that, and you're not wrong. I think there are girls who go, yes, there are guys I want to make work. But then the thing that fucks me up is that I've met girls who want to make me work, who I know after having conversation with them, they didn't make other people work.
Yeah.
Facts.
They gave it up.
Yeah,
then
yeah,
now
yeah,
Then
yeah.
they decide like, well, this person seems like maybe they're higher value, so I want to make him feel like I don't, you know, like I don't just do that with anyone, so I just do this. But then it's like, you let like, it's like, who knows what connection I
You
have
let
with someone.
Drew smash on the first day. That's
Exactly. So then it's like, what the fuck? Like, because they think like if I don't do it, then I'm more valuable. But genuinely speaking, I'll be honest, man. If I have sex with a girl and I'm like, I just don't like it, I'm probably gonna fade away from that. I'm gonna fully fade away from that, right? And I find out, right away, straight up. I'm gonna fade away. I find out right
But are
away.
you making the shot or you're probably missing?
No, I hit it.
No.
I hit it. That means I'm doing a fade away, and I'm like disappearing.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
so the reality is like, but this is true. I want women to know this too, and I want the guys to understand this. Like, if it's dope, regardless, because here's the thing: if you're gonna come into like a real relationship, you do have to find common grounds with the people that the people that you're fucking with. Like the girl, you have to know, okay, our conversation is good. Like there is so much more than just sex, but sex, for me, I can't overlook how important that is.
I agree.
So if I can't determine if this is good or not, because imagine I spent like 2-3 months trying to date a girl, and I'm like, man, she's super cool, and I like all this shit, and then I have sex with her, and it's fucking ass. I'm just being honest.
Well, I got to turn this on Sneeko real quick. Because I
Okay.
know he's going to have a response for this. What if you smash first night, you love it, but then she fades you?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's not gonna happen.
Exactly. That's not going to happen, for sure.
But
Yeah,
bullshit! That's
never,
never happened to you one
That's not
time.
gonna happen.
I never have that thought either.
But has that ever happened
I
to
don't
you?
know
Where
why.
like you
Which
smash
That's
and
not
Which
a
stop?
possibility.
But has that happened?
No.
Honestly speaking, that's never happened to me either. No. I swear to God on my life. Usually it's me not talking to them.
Yeah.
Bro, I really don't find girls interesting. A lot of girls are not interesting, man. A lot
Because they don't feel like they have anything to offer except for their legs.
of women are not.
What's
man.
the age range that you normally date?
Well, my age and up. Yeah, 20 and up, I'd say. 20 to 24. not dating, but like fucking with
I
them,
agree.
yeah,
That's the
it's
number
cool.
one problem with Gen Z girls. They've all been so addicted to social media, and they're all involved in the same things: astrology, Jeffrey Dahmer, copy paste, TikTok dancing. You know, the same talking points and same opinions about everything, and they like the same interests. They all do nail techs and sell clothes on Depop. It's all copy paste, and it gets really boring after a while. And I do agree. I wonder, do you think that older women are better at having personalities?
I kind of do, man. If we're relating it
Because
to
they
what
kind
you
of
just
have to,
said.
because they're old enough. Like if they're 21, then they don't have to. They're getting so much attention. They don't need to develop a
Well, even just based off what you just said, the generational gap as far as social media and like it encompassing someone's entire life. Like if we're saying like an older woman who's like, let's say she's in her 30s to like mid 30s, she didn't have as much exposure to like her only personality trait being social media and TikTok dances because it wasn't relevant when she was younger. So she's developed maybe more along the way. So it's just like a life experience thing. I'm not saying like everyone go after older women, but there's definitely a reality to that. Like just where you grow up and what your stimulus is every day.
I gotta be honest. I like sleeping with older women.
Straight up.
What's the
It's just-
oldest you've
Yeah,
fucked,
yeah.
Simon?
What's oldest?
Probably like 32.
Okay.
That's not old. That's not really old. I thought you were talking about like 40s. That's not really old.
But it's just like an experience thing, and like they know the vibe too. It's more like, you know what I'm saying? Like their experience, like they know what's up. Like, you
I
don't
wish
have-
Jacob was here right now.
You don't have
Fuck,
like some
man.
like, I don't know. But
Shout out Jacob. I love him.
But like, that's just something I've experienced, and it's been way. It's been
What,
way
like she's
different.
like she's just like no bullshit. She like pulls a dick
No
out. Like, what's
bullshit,
the deal?
bro. That's
No,
the thing.
they go slower. Me and Jay fucked some older chicks in where was it? Croatia. He fucked a 43-year-old.
Oh, yeah, legend.
That's what I said. I said if they're in their 40s, especially if you're in your 20s, yeah.
What's up, Jay?
I fucked a 36-year-old, and dude, she like went really slow. And
Slow
dude,
in what sense? Like
just having sex, bro. It was like, bro, I'm just trying to get this over with, because like, what?
You're wild.
Hey, wait.
That's a good
Wait,
moment.
wait,
You
wait,
should
wait.
cherish that moment.
In Croatia.
You were trying to get it over with.
Yeah,
And
bro,
she
I
was
right.
moving slow. Is that what you're saying? Like the body movement was slow?
Yeah, like she took off my shirt, and
That's an
I
older
don't-
woman
I don't
thing
really
to
like
do, huh?
Foreplay, like a lot of foreplay.
Yeah, I don't really like my body, so I was already uncomfortable right there.
You
And
keep your
then-
shirt on when you fuck?
Not all the time, but it's usually dark in there, so like I don't.
You don't like your body?
Nah, I need to get a little bigger.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, she's very slow. Like meaning like.
Do you keep the hat on when you fuck?
That's funny. You know what's funny? Before you ask that question, no, on God, before you ask that question, I phrased that question in my mind that you were going to ask me that question. I swear to God, bro, that was fucking amazing. That was great. I have kept it on once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Okay. Just FYI.
Who cares?
But it was more like because it was quick how it happened. I was like, it was already on.
I
Fuck
think,
it.
but what I was saying off the older
Shirt
women-
was on too, FYI. I didn't take my shirt off and leave my
okay,
hat on. I just
okay.
want to make this known.
Wait, do you just unzip and keep all your clothes on? You just peek it through the blinders?
No, you can't do that. It takes pants off.
I'm not saying I only like wear a shirt. Like I take it off sometimes here and there, but for her it was like, dude, it's like lights on, camera action type shit. Like it was like.
Oh, she had
Well,
that
that's
whole
older
room lit
vibe.
up.
I like
I'm-
the lights on.
No, like I'm literally like this, like type
Why?
shit. Like
For
just,
jerk off material later?
I'm
or
just
what?
like this,
I
like
just like
damn
to
near
see
about to
it.
go to sleep, bro. I swear.
Well, she took it took that much time.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. And then I had to walk her, bro, like 2 miles down to like this bus station or some shit in Croatia. It was like really weird. Like taxis are there and shit. No one speaks English, and I had to run back because I was scared as fuck.
Scared of what?
No, I
I had no shoes on, bro. This chick told me it
You
was
walked
like
2 miles in Croatia without
Yeah.
shoes to the bus station for some
I should have talked about this.
36-year-old pussy?
Yo, I should have said this on the vlog, but yeah,
Yo.
dude. No, she told me it was like a 5-minute walk, but dude, it was so hot out there, dude. And
Why
I
did
was
you not put shoes on?
because I'm like, all right, I'll just drop this chick off and then run back because like dude, I'm a fast person, so like I'm like ready to fucking go, like I'm ready to get out of there. I swear, bro. Like,
Yo.
she was taking a long time. I fucked her. It was cool.
Would you
like
do
it
it
wasn't.
again? Would you do it again?
For the amount of time she took, not really. I mean, it wasn't really that worth it for the amount of time.
Why
know
didn't
what
you
I mean?
just like grab her and be like, nah, we're doing
Well,
it
dude,
my
because
way?
she kept telling me to shut the fuck up
Why
in a
you
way.
went
Oh,
opposite?
she
She
told
wasn't saying shut
Nah.
the
No, bro.
fuck up, but it was more like, just relax.
She wanted to take control of it. She was
Oh,
fucking
wow. That's kind of dope.
the young American boy. She was
kinda
taking
dope.
Yeah.
What were you going to ask me?
She fucked
Oh,
you.
what I was saying is, my whole point with like the older
she
chicks
did.
is like what I've gotten from just experiences. Like the older chicks, like the 32-year-old, 33-year-old that I've been with, They like just know like this is a one-time thing. Like, and we move on.
I think they do too.
The 24, 25-year-olds, 23-year-olds.
They want a relationship.
They want a relationship, and it's just like you get put in that position where it's like, yo, I fucked with you, but then it's just like it's weird.
You don't think the older ones want relationships too?
No,
Or just because based
they don't
on your
wanna
age.
date. Yeah, because they don't want to date nobody younger than them.
They
I
just want to
promise
relive
you.
their youth and fuck a younger guy.
Damn.
Exactly.
Fucking.
That's nice.
Celine got fucked.
That's kind of dope.
I didn't
man.
get fucked.
What? You got a
fucked
2-mile
by a
walk out of
cougar.
it. Whatever. You got some
You were laying
cardio.
down in the bed. She was taking control. She took the bus and everything.
No. I mean, she wanted to start off like, you know what I mean? Bro, it just happened. I don't know. It just happened.
you
Bro,
guys-
there's no bitches in Croatia. Like, there's some baddies, but like, bro, like,
Oh, there's a
bro,
couple bitches?
No, there is, bro.
Queens.
Listen, you were there.
Queens,
Sorry,
dog.
Queens.
No, no,
Queens.
no, Queens. All right.
Yes,
sir.
But no.
Yes, sir.
That
Mommies.
it was a great trip,
Mommy.
but at the
Bro,
same
what
time,
the
bro.
fuck are you doing?
What?
Shut the fuck up and let him finish.
Sorry.
What were you saying?
I was saying mommies.
Yeah, okay. Shut the fuck up.
Nah, they're
What? You never called the girl mommy?
No, dude.
Wow, you're
That
awesome.
is so
No, yeah, we don't do that over here.
weird.
You guys are on
Bumble
some
clock.
weird shit. No,
Yeah.
you guys are on some weird shit.
He's just saying this because this is how he regains the people's trust back. He
Yeah,
has
I
to
know
say-
you called the girl
That's a
mommy.
good play.
Yeah.
I haven't called girls man, who the hell says that, bro? Like,
Oh,
to
I
really think
agree.
about it, like,
No, I was trying to like. You told me some shit off camera about how you did that. So
I never had a
like,
nickname for
I
a
see
girl.
you try to deflect it towards
Yeah,
me.
no, I've said
Okay,
that a
Mr.
couple times.
Mommy.
You
over
have
there.
said that? Is that some white
Not
people
during
thing?
sex, but as a joke. Like, what's good, mommy?
That's
Never
how it
said that?
starts, though. It starts
Oh,
off
like
ironically.
mommy though? That's different.
Yeah, in
but
Miami.
you said mommy
Mr.
like
Mr. Miami.
You
ever
said-
called the girl mommy MAMI?
yeah, that's
You're
different
full
than.
of
But you
shit,
said
Sneeko.
that's
Okay.
different than mommy, bro. You said mommy.
Not
with a Y.
MOMMY.
That's what you just did.
MAMI is very
Bro,
different
cut the
than
clip of your
MMY.
fucking face. You were like, mommy.
Yeah.
No, I did not.
No.
Okay,
no.
dude.
How dare you?
Let's get back in this fucking conversation, okay?
So he was
I
telling a
wanna-
story. You rudely interrupted him with the mommy bullshit. What were you saying? There was a story? Were we talking about something?
No, he told the Croatia story, but
Okay.
I'll keep going off that. Has there ever been a situation where some chick has asked you to do some like out of pocket weird shit?
Like sexually.
Like like a weird like role play.
I've had girls that want to finger my butt, and I'm just in that.
Yeah, what's your vibe when that's happened?
Like even just like a
Stop. Yeah. No.
Like little pinky?
really?
What the fuck?
I haven't
I've
done
done
that.
that.
I've never done that. I've never done that.
You never had a girl like suck your dick and like play with your balls and like go like this?
Nah.
Never?
Like inside the hole?
No, just like around, like get it wet. You know what I'm
Nah,
saying?
man,
Like
that's
never
too-
had that.
You told me you took a fist.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Stop with these crazy ass jokes.
Hey, yo.
I don't know. He was high.
When did I
thought-
say it?
No, you took a like a.
When did I say it?
You were like, yo,
When
she
did I
was pretty
say it?
small, so the fist was tiny. But
When
like,
did I say it?
This was like April
April
2021.
2021, yeah, okay. Your jokes suck, by the way,
Okay,
dude. You
sorry.
gotta think of
Don't
good
get so
ones.
pissed.
No, I'm not mad.
Okay.
But you've never like had any of that? No one's ever tried that?
They've tried. I'm like, no.
No way.
I'm not into that. No.
It's because your butthole's hairy or what?
It's just not. It's just.
I mean, my butthole is my shit's hairy. I'm
No,
just-
but it
no
is
fly
weird.
zone.
like I'm not saying she's fucking jamming your
No,
butt,
but like,
dude.
how does that go about? Like, they're like, Brad, like, I'm gonna fucking put my pinky in your ass.
It's just kind of. It's like just they're like playing with your balls.
You're like,
and it just
yo,
naturally
you're
happen.
like, Brad's the kind of guy who's like, yo, use 2 fingers.
No, dude. What the fuck? I mean, you're getting this like
Cousin Jay.
you're doing this, dude. Like you're really going deep.
Let's
there.
gear this to the. Let's gear this the other way, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Right.
Get it together, man.
More
Jesus
of-
Christ.
Okay, sorry.
Fuck's going on?
So then, what is the strangest thing
That's happened, or that's the girls wanted to do.
girls wanted to do?
That was the strangest one. I'm not even in the balls thing. It's just too ticklish. I don't.
What?
Don't fuck with that. No, I just don't.
What are you saying?
Not into. Not
You don't like when a girl plays with your balls,
No.
bro? Have you ever hit doggy and had a girl reach back and play with your balls?
It's pretty lit.
She must have long arms.
Had that once.
What you mean? What? Wait, am I tripping?
No, he's flexing his fucking size. But yeah.
You should be fucking Brittany Griner if you're doing that.
Yo, but like,
That was good, actually. Yeah, that was good.
Yo, she got some long arms, bro.
she got some super
Hella
long arms.
long arms, bro. You not.
You guys are fully capping. It's okay.
swear,
man.
I have
No,
actually-
but I mean, well, let's actually transition that because it's getting a little dirty. But
You wanted to ask.
I was roasting Brad, but
You weren't roasting him. You're acting weird, Sonny. Come on, man.
Go ahead.
when do you think's the appropriate time? Like, when do you think you're a youngin', but when do you think's the appropriate time to settle down?
Bro, he's
Sicko?
young as fuck too. What are you talking about?
Yeah, how old are you?
He's 29.
I'm 28, but I'm not ready to settle down. So I'm asking when you are.
Because you want to be young.
No, because I don't want to settle down.
It's time to get married, Stein. You're kind of getting older. I'm just at.
This shit got real for you.
28, I'm settling down.
It's getting older, man.
Shut the fuck up.
28. I think
cap
that's
as
the
fuck.
right age.
I'd settle down around like 31. 30.
Yeah, I think 35.
It's coming closer though.
I think 35 and then
Dude, you guys are so funny.
I think 35 and then like a girl who's like 27, 28. It's like a good situation.
You talking about like when is the right time?
Yeah.
I mean, how can you just determine
Dude, bro,
that?
you've been telling me you're ready to have a kid.
Yeah, but I can't determine that just off of someone's age.
That's
Like,
not a factor.
You
want to have a kid.
I want to have a kid. I'm not gonna lie, I want to have a kid. Absolutely.
Steiny, you look very young, man.
Thank you.
But like, am I determining like what kind of girl I'm settling down with just based on her age? No way.
No, but if you're trying to have a kid, do you think of, yo, this is the girl to have a kid with type shit?
Of course. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
So how do you determine that?
I mean, bro, it's based on who the person is, straight up. Like, what does she value? Is she trying to get more out of her life? Is she motivated? Like the same shit we were talking about earlier. Does she encourage me? Does she challenge me? Does she make me want to be better? Because like, if she's gonna have my kid, then she's gonna have to give that same kind of energy to my kid. If she doesn't have that now, it's like, can you expect her to have that then? I don't know.
Facts.
Yo, I gotta ask off that. Did you guys see the 50 Cent shit?
Yeah, I've met him before at a strip club in Queens. So basically,
What 50 Cent shit?
50 Cent's son.
Oh yeah,
Marquise was saying that his dad he's only giving me $6,700 a month. Like if you had to start your life making $6,700 a month off of child support, would you be able to make it? That's like $81,000 a year, just handout from child support. The guy's 25, complaining about
25,
how much
bro.
free money he's getting for 50
What
cents.
a fucking loser.
It's too bad. Like he seemed like
That's crazy to me.
yeah, I met him one time, but yeah, that's really privileged mentality.
What the fuck?
He went on some show and he was like, yo, man, like imagine having to live off $6,700 a month. And he's 25. But
60,000 a month?
No,
6,700.
6,700. So basically,
and before that, he was
don't-
making $25K a month.
Yeah.
Him and his mom were splitting 25, and it was lower because she took him to court. And then the judge's like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?"
But Celine, you don't have to do anything, and it's just deposited every month.
So you could get a
lit.
job and have other money, other income.
That's lit.
on top of that
free
money.
money.
That's great money.
Free money. That's
yo-
why I'm worried if my first son is going to be spoiled like that. Like I don't want to have like if I
Seen
have a lot
that
of
Andrew
money.
Tate little.
What?
Facts.
Some Andrew Tate came out a little bit. I'm just kidding. Really?
Wait, in the way he spoke about it?
a little bit.
Nico's been on his Andrew
I've got a
Tate shit.
Bugatti. Sorry, I've got 10 supercars. I don't want my child to be spoiled.
Yeah, it's funny as fuck.
I can't raise a son who's too privileged and entitled. That's haram.
The Bugatti.
Dude, the way you end the sentences is perfect.
You guys-
I've got a Bugatti.
Do you still talk to him or what?
Dog, it's just hilarious to me. Hold on.
Very on point.
He threw me off.
Do your
Hold on.
Bradley now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
So,
can't do
him.
it Bradley. I can't see. I'm surprised. I wanted Salim to do it Bradley.
spot on.
please
Because
impersonate
I
me,
can't
dude.
do. I am really good at impressions. I can't do Brad.
Brad does like some very personal shit. I've done it before. I can't do it either. because
He's
mine's
done
not
some
that
shit
good.
before, and Jay has done some shit that's been really funny. Like in
I wanna
person.
try.
I think your finger in like this shit is like so noticeable.
I'll go like
Do
this.
it, bro. We'll
You
cut
just
it
go
if
like
it's not
this.
bad.
Oh, yeah.
You always do this.
The important thing is critical thinking.
It is,
I
though.
can't do it.
It is.
Yeah,
Dude,
you're just
okay.
like-
Yo, do a hot take. Do a hot take.
Someone calling their boyfriend daddy is weird and creepy.
Fuck no.
Wait. What?
That's weird.
Like a girl calling him?
It says someone calling their boyfriend daddy is weird and creepy.
That's
Oh,
insinuating it's from a
nah.
girl. That's
Yeah,
lit.
yeah, that's from
I
a
like
girl.
being called daddy.
I think it is weird. I like when I get called that, but it is weird. And also, mommy's weird. Just like thinking about parents when you're fucking is a strange thing to think
Yeah.
about.
Okay. I have something to say about that.
I think daddy's more like, yo, like you're banging a girl and she's like, yo, you're my daddy. Like I think that's kind
That's
of lit.
weird.
I think
Why?
that's lit.
Why is she thinking about her dad when she's
No,
fucking?
she's saying like, yo, you're my daddy. She's not thinking about her dad.
I think it's dad.
Why does she want to fuck her dad?
There's a difference between, you think she calls her dad, hey, daddy, I need this? It's like,
The
hey,
same
dad.
girls that say daddy also say daddy in bed. It's a weird subject. I enjoy it, but it's haram. It's godless behavior.
It's okay. I think it's weird.
I think
like
it's lit.
I don't
no,
know.
it's awesome, but it's weird.
But what's with the step brother and stepsister?
It's
shit?
also weird.
That's weird as fuck.
I don't know who's on that.
Bro, that's like half the internet in relationship to porn. Everyone is like, that's like a popular thing.
I mean, I'm not watching that. That doesn't
Okay.
pop up on my
It's kinda-
fucking
You're kind of
popular
real
page.
defensive.
Why are you
right
getting
now.
very defensive about this?
Yeah.
Why are you personally getting
No, 'cause
offended
I'm
about
so
it?
disgusted with
We're just talking
whatever
about it.
Brad's
You've been
watching.
cool with mom and dad and now step bro. Not even
No.
blood related is weird.
Yeah, you ran that one up.
No.
But mom and dad is where you okay.
Kind of weird, Steiny.
Nah, it's funny.
Just saying, that's a
Yeah,
little
try and
strange.
pin that on me.
Let's get it. I'm gonna do it. Well, hot take myself. Oh, this is great. This is the perfect one that I picked up. Pretty privilege is real.
Of course it is.
Yes, it is.
What do you mean? That's the dumbest thing I've ever
That's
heard.
not a hot take.
Yeah, it's not a hot take.
You think
Yeah,
it's
it's
you think in all senses?
These are hot takes for fucking liberals, bro. This is like stupid
Nah,
ass.
but-
Whoa,
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, you like this one?
You show up to Miami and like.
Men have it easier than women.
Sneakos is fucking hot.
No,
Tate
women have it easier than women right now. Women have it easier than men right now.
I agree.
Yeah.
Why do you think so?
I think initially because I think read about social media, so I'm probably biased. But like, you hear these OnlyFans chicks are making fucking 6 figures a month.
Well, that's an
Take-
outlier. It's just overall, women in general do not have to improve, and men, it's a constant journey to have to be better every single day. And women get validation for just existing. That's why it's harder to be a man right now.
You think in all senses women don't have to improve? What about the girls who like?
They don't have to at all.
What about the chicks that work at the 9 to 5?
Hold
that
on,
are
hold
competing
on,
with
hold on.
guys?
What about the girls who are like less physically attractive?
Oh, that sucks.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then they do have to do something different.
But even fives get a pass nowadays.
Facts.
Well, I mean, this is just obviously dependent on the other side, but if we're talking just a pretty privilege thing, like, and then let's say some girls that don't have as much pretty privilege, they have to do something to like create value, right?
Sure.
Cook.
It's very.
You can get a recipe book. It's not that hard.
But that's what I'm saying though. It's not as simple then, right?
That's pretty simple. Cooking is not that hard.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
but it's not just cooking because like and you're not getting a guy to approach you just because like you cook because he's gonna be like, well, I'm not attracted to you, so I don't even want to find out if you cook or not.
If I see her mopping a clean floor, I might approach.
Really, you're like, damn, I value that behavior or what?
Yeah, I need you
Yeah,
around.
for real,
I will
for
keep
real,
a
for
5
real.
around that can cook and clean very well because she adds more value to my life than an annoying 7.
Okay, so then this that gives me a really good question then. What girl do you ultimately settle down with then? If she's not like, you know what I'm saying? Let's say she's a 10 and she's beautiful, she's everything
I think it's better
you've ever
to
wanted.
settle down.
Settle down with the one that's the most attractive looking that can also do those things.
Down with a loyal 8 than a 10 because 10s are getting so much attention. They have ego so high up. It's just not worth the headache. It's better to sacrifice those 2 points and get with an 8 who really wants you for who you are and who can motivate
facts.
you and bounce out
Big facts.
everything you do. I'd rather have that.
Big facts.
And also that 10 when she starts declining in her late 30s, the plastic surgery comes around, she starts going insane. Not worth the hassle.
They get the
Who
lip
cares?
shit going on.
Yeah, no.
What do you think?
No, I agree. I think sacrifice the 8 for the loyalty. I'm not.
What if you don't have
I'm not getting no fucking 10, so I'll take the 8. Hey, I'll take the 8 any day of the week, straight up.
No matter
the
what.
fuck? Yeah. What the hell?
What about you, Salim? Like,
Rather stay with a loyal 8 than a girl that can cook. That's
so you wouldn't just stay, okay, this is the most beautiful girl, I'm sticking with that. You picked the girl that added, like, let's say maybe just more
I'd pick
value.
the girl that added more value because, bro, pussy's pussy at the end of the day, honestly.
Did the 36-year-old Croatian pussy feel any different than 21-year-old Miami?
Yeah. Did
not
you
really.
wrap up? That's the main question.
Yeah, I
Did you
actually
wrap?
did. Yeah, I wrapped up.
W.
But nah, man. I mean, dude, it's not that much thought. I mean, you fuck. You
My thing is that in that situation, you wanna deal with the woman that is, like I said, the highest value woman when it comes to her cooking, cleaning, and stuff, as well as her being attractive, because if she possesses all those qualities, it makes it the best.
What's the furthest you've ever like gone for the chick you want to put on for? Like, how much have you spent? What have you done, date wise? Because I know you put on a couple times.
I went on like a catch dinner with a girl.
That's the furthest.
That was $500.
Yeah, dude, I don't really spend. I mean, like, bro, it's just not really in my thought. I don't know how to really explain it, but like,
that's good then.
If I were to like try to, I just don't really think of thought of like, I gotta buy her a Ferragamo. I'm not you, Steiny, bro. Like, I'm not.
You be buying Gucci and Ferragamo?
Yeah, that's what he does. That's why he's asking these questions.
I've done it one time.
What?
Yeah.
For who? Wait, tell me the story.
Yeah,
It's like,
you've
with the
done that
chick
for a girl?
Oh, he be
I just bought her,
splurging?
like,
Oh,
How long
nah.
were you with her?
We were like fucking talking for like a couple months. I was
And
like,
you didn't
"Oh, I
even
don't
fuck?
care."
Was
No, we
that-
fucked. What do you mean?
Was that your girl though?
No.
Yeah.
Was
That's
your-
not even that expensive, bro.
was-
I'm talking like
fine,
$1,000
but was that
bucks.
your girl though? Answer that
yeah,
honestly.
yes,
Answer it
yes,
honestly.
Yes. At the
That was your
time, yeah.
girlfriend.
No, but she was my main.
Okay, so that was a girl that you liked more than the other ones.
Yeah, and it was also like okay, so does no part of you think like sometimes you got to put on for the main girl?
Put on in what sense? Buying them things?
Not buying them things, but like flexing a little bit, like
Flexing
'cause
you
there's-
mean by buying things.
No, because there's certain girls, right? I'm gonna address what you're saying, but there's certain girls that you're gonna invite to like the club if you're going to fucking Kiki on the River and you got a very dope situation. You're not gonna invite everybody, but if there's one girl you want to
Facts.
invite, you know who it is.
I don't think it's that deep. I mean, you invite all the bitches. or the queens, you
Yeah.
know?
That's one thing I learned about in Romania. Tristan will invite 8 of his girlfriends all to the same spot.
It's a great
Facts.
thing.
We'll be in a section of the club and just 8 of his girlfriends sitting down in a single file line, waiting for an ounce of his attention, and he just doesn't even fucking.
I
look
know,
at
but how does that not create like some sort of like anxiety?
it. It does, and they love that.
No, but for
Yep.
him,
No, he's great, bro. He likes the drama. He's like, this is a light day. Go big or go home. You haven't seen anything, Sneeko.
You gotta think about it too, bro. Like, I've learned this from Fresh and Fit, but like, bro, girls really don't give a fuck about male problems. Like, Myron says
don't.
it all the time.
They
Shout
don't.
out to him. Bro, they don't care. Ever since I like heard that from him and I was like really analyzing, bro, I've stopped caring. Like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want.
What do you consider the male problems? Like quickly.
What I mean
biggest
by that-
male problems.
Like, bro, Myron talks about it all the time, but like, dude, guys have to understand women.
I said that earlier in the podcast. I said that you have to understand a woman as a man. That's one of the male problems. Number 2, right? You have to provide for your family. You have to provision, right? Depending on the background in which you came from. Like, I'm Nigerian, for example, bro. We have so many people to provide for. Our mom, our dad, our siblings, our extended relatives, the people that are homeless. We have so many people to provide for. You understand? We have so many people to provide for. You have to be successful too. The burden of performance is on you as a man. You have to perform. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You have to perform. You have to perform. So much is on you as the man. You're expected to do these things, and if you don't, you're a failure. So the reality is that women don't care about our problems. It's just reality, you know? But yeah, let's continue.
And women don't really have to understand men.
Right.
They
You
don't.
know what I mean? And like, that's
Unless
a very
they
good
wanna,
point.
Unless they want to keep a relationship.
No. They still don't care because, like, bro, like, even if you still want that guy, like, yeah, a little bit, but it's not what they actually want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, guys want to fuck bitches, queens. They want to fuck queens, man.
No, you're right.
And, like,
They only start understanding men when they want to settle down and have a relationship. And then they need to figure out his wants and needs and his desires and what makes him tick. That's the only time that women could start to empathize with the male problems. But overall, in this situation when you're just fucking around and where you're buying bitches like Ferragamo bags, they don't give a fuck
Ferragamo bags.
about what it takes to get there, about the decision making.
Yeah. Why? So I guess, fuck, man, this shit's so interesting to me when I look at it as a whole. But like, do you think there could be ever anything done that changes these like
no,
dating dynamics?
I don't think so.
How? It's only
Because think
trending
about
in
it,
that
Brad.
direction.
Brad, think about it, bro. We all have quote unquote clout, right? We walk into a club for free. Do we really give a fuck about the 50 other people that are waiting in line? It's the same thing with women. It's not like
That's
that.
a really good point.
It's not that we don't care. It's more of like, bro, like it's.
Okay,
it's
so
not,
you're
it's
saying
like I don't have to think of it. Like I don't really need to think of it.
You're
Like,
saying literally based on the fact that this is actually really interesting because we have clout, which is like more power, more.
that's
status.
like us being a bad bitch.
Yeah,
is
we're
what
able
I'm
to
trying
just
say.
like walk in somewhere and like a hot chick would just walk in somewhere because she's hot and she's not going to be like, oh, I'm worried about these
Yes.
people
You
getting
act
in or
like
not.
A million
you don't
follow-
know that.
No, you're not wrong. None of this is wrong.
1 million followers for a guy is like a girl that has 5,000 followers and is damn near 10. That's the way I look at it.
Facts.
I try to like keep it like that. So if I have 5 million followers, it's like a girl that has like what 20K and is like,
Big
bro,
facts.
it's literally they don't need to know what the fuck we want. Like
They
they
don't
get
care.
approached. That's why I like Fresh and Fit a lot and Sneeko too. Like he talks about all this shit, but like it's like, dude, it's true. They don't need to fucking know who the hell we are. And that's just it.
You
That's
think,
just how it is.
social media has just fucked the whole game up?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but
100%.
I also think going off that, if it's like, if there's a girl in line and she sees some guy cutting the line, she's probably like, yo, who the fuck is that?
Straight up, yeah.
So that's another side.
Even before social media, right? It's like power.
Yeah, exactly. Then she wants to discover who that is. And then she wants to put 2 fingers in your ass later.
I don't know about two. I didn't say they even go in my
That's
ass.
him that said that. I don't know. Sneeko, what do
I
you
would
say?
never
you
let
be
a
acting
woman do
weird,
that
bro.
to me.
Yeah, no, me neither. Yo, this
That's
is
like
like
too much.
This is why we're on this couch. This is the no touching our ass couch. That's the fucking.
I like how like you've made this such a problem.
I don't
It
let
seems
them
like you're
touch-
a little insecure
yeah.
about it.
I've never had that happen once.
Why? You're just
Why
very
are you so
defensive.
It's not bad. It's
whose
like,
side are you on,
that's
Sneeko?
you.
It's just not what I'm into, but I don't
Well,
know
you've
why
ac-
you don't
you've
have
actually
strong
done that?
opinions about it.
What's that?
You've actually done that?
I've had that. Yeah, I've not had 2 fingers. I'm talking about where they like play with the butthole, bro. I'm not saying she's out here like, you know what I'm saying? We talked about this.
I'm sorry. All my religious viewers.
That's kind
I
of
don't
haram. That's haram, bro.
It is very haram.
Whatever, dude.
That's haram.
You've never done anything that's fucking haram.
Huh?
You never done anything that's
Yeah, to talk about, bro. I've seen you do a lot of haram.
Shut the fuck up, dog. Don't judge me in a glass house, bitch. Go fuck yourself. Dude, I love this shit.
LA is a godless place, man. This place is getting very degenerate.
Nico, why are you out here? Just chilling?
I'm doing podcasts. I went on No Jumper, and I did a podcast yesterday. I'm here doing I'm trying to do as many collaborations as I can while I'm banned to keep my name alive before so to figure out what my next move is.
You can still stream on Twitch, right?
Nope, I got banned on Twitch in 2 days.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, so I don't get that though.
I thought you were just off YouTube.
Did you get on Twitch and say some shit?
No, I got ban evasion, but I never even had a Twitch
What's
account.
ban evasion?
It means that maybe I got banned and I didn't know, but they just said that's why they terminated me. I'm indefinitely suspended on Twitch.
Damn.
For evading.
Do you ever worry about your gram and shit?
That's the last one I got. Zuckerberg, shout out to you. I love Meta. That's the only thing I have left. That's the most valuable thing I have in my Discord, but everything else, TikTok, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube ban.
Damn, bro.
Do you ever think you took too hard? Did you picture this? I know you did.
Yeah, I did. I talk about it a lot.
So did that ever stop you back and be like, yo, bro, I gotta...
I tried to, and Bradley warned me about that beforehand, but I can't do it. And even then, he was talking before about stuff that we can and can't talk about, and certain people that you can't. And it's just immediately when I hear that, that's the first thing I want to talk about.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. That's why I fuck with you, though. Because you know shit's gonna happen, but you stay true to your word. It's fucking pretty lit.
That's all I can do. I mean, I don't really care that much about money or clout. It's really just about the connection. And it sounds corny, but that's really what I value.
You've been the same dude. That's why it's dope.
You've been watching? How long you been watching?
Probably in the past, but I saw you getting clipped probably in the last 4 months.
I mean, a lot of these people are frauds, and I'm sure you've interacted with them. A lot of people are sacrifice their beliefs and what they think so that they don't get attacked by the woke mob. And that's why I fuck with Nelk. When you guys started saying, especially Kyle and Steve, talking about how they like Trump, especially when it was really fucking hot and you couldn't say any support. I'm like, wow, they're being honest about it. I voted for Trump at 16 and I was never telling anybody. It was a secret. I was afraid. I was deathly afraid that I was in New York, that anybody was gonna find out because it was gonna get canceled. And then Kyle being like, yo, shout out to Trump, Biden sucks, and Steve's like, I love Trump. I'm like, what? These guys are honest about it on the internet? I don't know any other influencers, any other YouTubers who are really talking about it. Yeah. And I was watching Nell for a long time and seeing the fact that you guys didn't care and you actually had a motivation was like, yo, I fuck with this.
Well, it's rare now. I don't know.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I just feel overall in general, regardless, listen, I don't give a fuck if you're left, right, whatever you believe, but I think that there's such a divide in people trying to be just because I believe this, that you're a fucking asshole and you're a loser or you're wrong. Yeah. And that's what I don't like. Yeah. Because I'm like, listen, if you like that guy, for whatever reason you like that guy, maybe they're unfounded in some cases or you didn't look into enough of the situation, but it's not my job to be like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit.
Facts.
But it's my job to be like, this is what I believe. And I just think we got to a point where no one can just have their own fucking opinions without the other side being like, fuck you, you're a piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's the worst part about all this shit.
100%.
And that's what bothers me the most. And I have a question for you, though, Sneeko. Do you think, knowing what you know now, do you regret the way that you went about it at all?
No.
Zero.
Better stand on that.
I wish I still had the platform, of course. I was on YouTube for so long. But no, I don't regret anything.
Do you think you could have done it differently?
I guess I could have been more... I think it was supposed to happen. I'm kind of glad that it happened too, because I think I exposed a lot of the bias and the favoritism that happens on social media, and I'm able to take that role. And I trust in the bigger picture. I know that I'm going to find a platform. But I think it was good in a sense that it happened because now a lot of people are waking up like, yo, why the fuck was this guy banned? People don't even know why. It's just because they didn't like what I was talking about. It's really that simple. And I wanted to make an example out of that.
Where are you going to be then if you're not on these platforms? Obviously, you're still on Instagram, which is dope.
Rumble.
I think should go show you love and follow you and all that good shit.
Yeah.
Where are you going to be content, video-wise?
I'm figuring that out. I'm talking to several CEOs. You'll see my face. Just follow me on Instagram, and I have the Creativity Kit, my course. I do 3 calls there. But other than that, those are the only platforms I have. I think for now, I just have to figure out where I'm going to go. We were talking beforehand about where I would prefer going, but it's.
Gotta make it make sense, make it work. You know what I worry about? I think I worry about this cancel thing because I'm like, what if at some point, the cancel culture swings to you can't be like a fucking gym bro and say fucked up jokes, and then I'm just fucked.
That's the thing.
Because that's where does this stop, right? And this is the thing that I want people to think listening about this is or people listening right now. If you're on the side that's yay, we're in charge and we're canceling all these fucking idiots or whoever, whatever you think, right? At what point do you think that it's just never ever going to shift or change? And then it's like, well, what if you end up on the side that's not the favorited side, and now you're being silenced? And that's
why
the
you're
thing.
silenced.
And that's the thing that's such a fucking
That's why
problem.
it's such bullshit, bro.
That's why it's a problem.
I agree.
Straight up. So
At the
it's
end
like,
of the day, there's somebody, honestly, the government, whoever it is, they're all laughing right now.
yeah, they're like these idiots.
But
dude. We got
think
'em.
about it. It's good to try to make change, which is why I like Sneako's. I like what he's doing. But at the end of the day, bro, like, dude, think about it.
You think it's pointless?
I don't think it's pointless. I don't think it's pointless at all. And I see even the Alex Jones shit. I don't think it's pointless at all. But think about it, bro. We're actually, I believe, we're being laughed at right now.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. Like, think about it. Like, people are really watching us right now like these fucking idiots. You know what I mean? Or whatever they think. I like the change. I promise you. I'm, like, all for that. But it is kind of scary, the fact that, like, bro, and I truly believe this. Maybe I'm wrong, but, like, that's scary
But
to even
imagine
think
this.
about. You know what I
Imagine
mean?
this. Imagine they're all in the same exact room, left and right, being like, look
You
at
don't
these
know.
fucking idiots.
You don't know. That's why I'm only assuming, and I'm not. You know, that's just what I think about every day. Is like, damn, there has to be like this.
They are.
doesn't
They're
just-
laughing and they're toying with. They're
Yeah.
seeing how much they can get away with, how much they can cancel,
Yeah.
how much like, oh, what if we told everyone that feminism is the good thing?
And that's why I told you, what is it all about? And you make fun of me for
Power.
it?
Or critical
Well,
thinking.
Critical thinking.
It is, but you got to realize that most people are not even capable of doing that anymore. Like we talked about, the girls that are all brainwashed have the same exact personality. It's so easy to manipulate people. I was just watching, reading this thing about how 2% of high school girls are trans now. 2% of high school girls in America.
Is that a real statistic?
Yes.
From where?
From PragerU.
What?
Yeah,
Prager, yeah, 2% of high school girls in America are identifying as trans. So you could see the level of brainwashing that's happening. And it's like there is a level of people at the top who are laughing and seeing how much they can get away with.
15 minutes.
When
Yeah.
we walk into a place with 2 masks on or something, like how many masks are these fucking idiots going to
But those guys are not
How
even
many
wearing
shots-
masks.
They just see what they can get away with and how much we
Big
blindly
facts.
believe because we are manipulated with empathy.
Yeah, but so then I think it's our job. I think it's people's jobs to be like, yo, think harder. Think more. We have to say it, dude. Because we can't just go, we believe this, everyone should think
You
this.
gotta understand, like,
When people get emotional, they can't think.
this is a whole play.
Yeah.
It's like it's not that complex. It's all goes back to the point that you're saying. Like, imagine if all the people agreed on the same thing. They're gonna overtake the government. If you can have the people disagreeing on everything, the government, like you said,
course.
That's
you know what
fair.
I'm saying. So it's like a thing where it's like they want people to disagree. They want people to take sides. Because if we all come together, then they're
They know
the
they're
minority.
screwed.
They're
Big
fucked.
facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Big facts.
So, with that being said, obviously, I think it's in our best interest to encourage people to just fucking think harder.
But it's like when I
They
like,
won't.
Yeah,
though.
critically think, but
because
they
when
won't
you get
do it.
emotional, when you're broke, or when you're stupid, like you're not capable of thinking to that level. You got to think about the average normal person that has to go to their job and they take it away for lockdowns or quarantine.
Right.
They're not able to think critically because they have so many other things to worry about. And it's very easy to say that, but when they're making everybody scared of the next thing that's going on,
Fear.
Yeah.
makes you incapable of thinking.
Facts.
And I don't think critical thinking. I think the people that actually believe in the things like when they're like, yo, the feminism, all the. I think they truly believe it because I think it benefits them at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I think it, not just feminism, but like other things as well. I think it does benefit them in some sort of way. When he's talking about the average person and stuff like that, seriously, like I used to think like these people are fucking delusional, which they are. But at the same time, bro, like I could see why they would believe in certain things like that. In a way, there's something. I don't think they're crazy for thinking it. I do think it's wrong, but I don't think it's.
I got a
I
question
can see
based
why
on
they
that.
do.
I got a question real quick.
Yeah,
if
go
that's
ahead.
cool.
Yeah.
Sneeko, so if like, let's say Margot Robbie in her prime is like, hey, I'm gonna fuck you, but I want you to come to this feminist rally with me before. Are you doing it or no?
100%, man.
See, that's where he's folding.
100%.
He folds.
I don't know if he's folded. It just went to an event.
Yeah,
Ah.
how is that folded? Because it's not changing anything. I'm just there at the protest.
Okay, but what's something you superior disbelieve in? But if you know you're gonna bang a 10, are you doing it?
This
'Cause
is
it's kind of the same situation as like YouTube.
This
and
is Steiny's
Twitch.
mindset. Any bad bitch that's in front of him, he'll
No,
do anything.
You're not listening though.
For that woman.
Yo, you're not listening.
I wouldn't
That's
buy
a-
a Ferragamo bag for Margot
It was a
Robbie.
fucking
Yeah.
Balenciaga hoodie one
He
time.
would still try to buy it for her, I think. I think he would still do it.
One time. It was one
Steiny
time.
would come up to me and be like,
Hey,
it's just a flex.
Hey,
bro.
I'm
Like,
gonna say
it's just
something.
lit.
A lot of guys buy shit for their girls,
You're right.
But what I'm saying is like it's the same thing as YouTube and Twitch. Like if there's like a thing where it's like I'm about my bag, but I gotta fucking do something in order to change what I believe in to
Sell
get
out.
that bag.
I don't think going to a feminist rally is selling out because you could just make fun of them too. I could also make content while I'm there. I could ask them questions.
So you'd finesse the game.
I'm always gonna finesse, man.
What if Margot was like, I want you to hold a sign that says equality?
There's nothing wrong with a sign that says
Equality
equality.
in the
agree.
workplace. In the
Yeah.
workplace. Men or women deserve.
Well, that's true. I agree with that. There should be equality in the workplace, and there already is. The wage gap is
Yeah,
a
there
myth,
is.
but
There
there's
definitely is.
equality
There's-
going
the
on.
wage
So,
gap
yeah,
is
I'll hold
fake.
up that
Fuck,
sign.
I need a hotter take.
You need
Help
a
me
hotter
out, Brad.
take?
Help me, bro.
You want to make it spicier?
Yeah, I need a hotter take. What is one?
Yeah, facts.
So that shit that went down. This is time ago, right?
Stop.
Where Kylie Jenner had to cut off her best friend because she fucking hooked up with Tristan, right?
Yeah.
And then
Oh, yeah.
But then,
Jordan
but then
Woods,
another
right?
girl comes
Yeah.
up and she blows the fuck up and she's huge. So is anything better than being fucking her best friend? Like, is there an easier role than being Kylie Jenner's best friend to blow up and get money?
But you're always secondary to her, and you know that friendship's gonna fall apart.
Yeah.
But
Facts.
what if
Because
she's
of
getting
their
100
ego.
million, but you're getting $1 million a year to do nothing?
I would rather get I think $1 million solo dollars is more valuable than 100 friend dollars. 100 million friend dollars.
You mean money on your own versus money because someone else? Yeah.
Those are more valuable. Like I think doing YouTube, like even when I was making $50K a year on YouTube, I would rather make $50K YouTube independent dollars than $100K in an office job.
Yeah,
wearing
but
a
does
tie.
that shit ever piss you off where you're like, yo, this girl got put on so easily, she doesn't have to work?
No, I don't get pissed off about it. I just understand what it is. Act accordingly. There's no
Big
point in like
facts.
investing energy or being jealous. You just have to understand what's going on.
Stan, I think you think too much of women.
No, I'm
I do.
trying to dive deep though.
I think so too, man.
Is that not a
Like-
fair point?
Oh, it's a fair question. You mean you're just talking about in relationship to like just blowing up and getting popular because you're
No, I'm
someone's
just
friend?
saying,
Could
like-
you imagine Steiny's ex talking to a chick that he's fucking with? This guy would be off the walls, man.
No, but that's not even what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like girls that blow up real quick and they go straight to OnlyFans and they get their bag right away, but they don't have to work to get it.
I'm curious to what your game is, Steiny, because I saw that one undercover prank, and you went on the date with the girl, and then you started talking like you flexing your watch,
Yeah.
or like Cartier bracelet. Like, how much of it is materialist and how much of it is clout and Ferragamo? bags and
90% is
Balenciaga.
that.
Like, and I think that was very telling because you had a very quick rise to fame and stardom, or whatever. And then I saw you on the date when you didn't think there were cameras on. You're like, yeah, I have a Cartier. Well, like, and then you were like showing the watch.
What if I told you this? What if I told you I knew there was a camera on me?
You didn't
cap.
know.
It's
You
cap.
didn't know. You didn't know.
I'll tell you right now. And
That's
I'll,
cap. Don't let him do
I'll
it.
tell you right now. And
That's
I'll go
cap.
to, I'll
He's
go,
lying.
I'll
He's
go to a
lying.
lie detector test. Hey,
No,
I'll
that was
wait for Brad.
real. Huh?
Yeah, do the Brad real quick.
He's taking it off.
Yo, but no. Seriously speaking, though, when we go back to that point,
Oh, hit it, Salim. Hit it.
he's like, so when do you know when a girl actually really wants you? You know what I mean? Like,
No, I give you the response and then
no,
you
because
say-
no, seriously, like going back to your point,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because I listened to what you had to say, and you know that makes a lot of. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. So I want to know what you have, going on.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's perfect. You're spot on. The hand shit too, Spider-Man. Nah, but I want to talk about what Sneeko said real quick. Brad, with you here too.
Go, okay.
I'm gonna tell you real quick. When I was
In this bitch, Brad.
just because it's now a year ago, Sneeko. But
That was a year ago?
It was about a year. No, it was probably like 10 months ago. But when I walked in, I saw one of our cameramen walking out, and I knew right away. And I always had thoughts, but I knew and I would put 10K on a lie detector test that I knew what was going on, and I was like, I can either go about this like doing me or being a complete douchebag and making it kind of like funny, and that's what I went and did. Like, to be honest, bro, I don't act a fool like that. Like, it's way different. I'm not gonna let Salim take over because he's gonna say some shit because he loves to chirp me tonight. But what I'm saying is, like, if we go out in Miami, bro, like, I'm not flexing nothing. It's more like where we are.
All you gotta do is play 42 Doug Maybach, and Steiny will act like the biggest douchebag in the fucking world.
Damn,
Nah.
that's
I swear on my life.
That's facts.
This
Yeah,
guy.
it's so crazy that
this
you're hating
guy,
on me now all of a sudden, bro.
I'm not hating on you, man.
switching up on me.
Man, shut up, bro. You acting like a kind of a woman. But come on, bro. You know we chirp each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy makes you feel as if you're a victim. Like,
No,
come
but
on,
I'm
you're not
telling
a
you right
victim.
now, bro. Like, I would, and right now, like, I don't wear no chains. I don't do nothing to that. Like, it was kind of like a thing where it was like a bit that I played for a little bit. I promise you.
It was a
right now.
bit.
It wasn't a bit, dude.
For me, I used to
Okay,
be
I
like,
gotta challenge you.
Challenge
Well, you wanna
me,
go?
I want
motherfucker.
to challenge him.
Challenge.
But you wouldn't be like flex Steve's like cars or like the Sprinter.
If you say no, that's a fact.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
That's not-
There was probably 4 or 5 times when I went to fucking pick up a chick in his Lambo.
Like had his driver.
You're telling me
drive
you haven't flexed that Corvette in SLS?
Guys, we're gonna watch a couple more seconds and then we're done.
It's different.
No,
now we're talking about
you
chains, and now we're talking about like I got a driver.
You think these chicks want the Corvette at the in Miami? You're tripping.
Well, you've tried it, and then your plan B is like, okay, let me just act like this is my Rolls Royce.
No, they know. I'm telling you right now, I have no reason.
That's why I don't
bro.
buy that shit, bro.
I'm
Like,
telling
it's
you right
just-
now, I'd hit up Steve. You can ask him right now. I'd say, yo, can I take your Lambo to Carbone tonight? And he'd be like, yeah, do it. Take it on a
But
date.
did you tell the girl it was Steve's Lambo?
You don't tell him.
It's covered in fucking
I
Steve.
think-
Will do it rap.
Can I
What do
tell
you
you
mean,
something?
bro?
He takes a light blue. I've seen Steve's cars. He takes a light blue Rolls Royce. Okay.
FaceTime is Steve.
And this is what he does. Yeah. No. He doesn't mention it.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like, dude, it's like, it's a funny thing. It's fucking fun.
I know.
And it's like, dude, like, that's part of the game. Like, Steve was like, yo, bro, you can take my cars whenever you want. You have my fucking apartment when you want to work for me. You got all that.
Yeah, I know.
So at the same time, it was like, it wasn't like, yo, I was like, yo, this is my fucking Lambo. But it was like, Steve was like, yo, dude, use all my shit. I don't give a fuck. And I'm going to obviously take advantage of that when he's like, yo, bro, like, you want to take my car? Take my fucking car. Like, he used to tell me that.
Yeah, no, I know.
So it's a different case. But in regards to what you're saying, like, since I've been back in OC, like, I've definitely learned, like, bro, there was definitely a part of me looking back, like, yo, this kid was a fucking douchebag. Like, this kid was too crazy.
You.
Yes.
For sure. And I think we're not going to make it seem as if you don't have the money, that it's not going to play a factor, right? So this is exactly why you want to put yourself in a position to level up so you can be able to enjoy the finer things in life. You feel what I'm saying, family? Well, listen, guys, we're going to end off this live stream. If y'all like this video, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this live stream with your friends, subscribe to the channel at WokeEbucks, WOKEEBUKS. Tap the notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description below, and so will social media links, so make sure you go give those a check. Without further ado, let's come into this live stream. This is WokeEbucks, and I'm out, man.